just working.
I don't remember playing it though.
No, I don't remember this one.
I don't.
I do.
We must have played it with somebody else then.
No, I didn't. I played it with every. I don't know if you were here.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
remember.
you were.
I don't remember the shapes at all,
Yeah, but
or even the
we've,
seasons.
we've definitely played it before. I promise you. Right. So it's sort of like an area control game, right? And it's actually pronounced Inish, but I find that a bit pretentious. So
So what nationality is that then?
it's Old English, isn't it? Celtic stuff.
Oh, I see.
Right, so I'll tell you, I'll just read the rubbish. It says, players aspire to become the High King, elected High King over their new land. Each round, players check to see if they have been elected, or see if they've won. To be elected, you must fulfil the most victory conditions. To win, you need to fulfil one, but obviously at the end of a round, if two people have fulfilled one, then the person who's fulfilled the most of these victory conditions will win.
Right.
Alright? So, the victory conditions are, you must be present in 6 or more territories. At the moment we start with 4, right, because we're playing with the expansion. There's going to be harbours. Right, I'll tell you what these harbours do in a minute. So you need to be present in 6 or more territories. It means you have to have clans in 6 or more territories. Right? When you fulfil that, you'll take one of these pretender tokens to say that you are
King Rob.
Yeah, you're saying that I can win the game at the end of the round, and it's up to everyone else to stop you from doing it. Okay? Can't win the game unless you've got one of these. Right?
Okay.
So the second thing you need to do is you need to be chieftain over a combined total of 6 or more opposing clans. To be chieftain, it means you just simply have to have the majority in a region.
In a region,
Yeah.
right.
So like that would mean I was the chieftain in that region, and that means I'm 1/6 of the way there. Right? Okay. Cool. Great. Okay, it's another one, right? So, and the third one is to be present in territories with a combined total of 6 sanctuaries. So these are sanctuaries, and if you've got your clans in 6 or more of these territories with these on, right? So say I'd have 2 out of 6 there, right? Then you can take a pretender token.
Right.
Okay. This is the capital. These are cities, and I'll tell you what they do in a minute. Okay, so that's what you need to do to win the game. So you're clear on the victory conditions.
Yeah.
So you need to be present in 6 or more territories. You need to be chieftain over 6 or more opposing clans, and you need to be present in territories with a combined total of 6 sanctuaries. And all this is displayed on your thing, I think.
So what are the opposing clans?
Us.
But there's not 6, is there? There's 4.
No, 6
How many
figures.
Oh,
Each
right.
figure is a clan.
I thought you meant the clan
No.
as a whole.
Each figure is a clan.
Right, okay, right.
Okay, so there's 2 phases to this game. There's going to be an assembly phase where we will draft cards and do other stuff, and then there will be season phase where we will be playing cards and taking actions on the cards. Because we're playing in the expansion, there'll be an added little bit where we're resolving an effect from what season it is.
Right.
Alright? Oh, and also there's Seafaring that's going to crop up, but I'll get into that when I tell you about what the added stuff is in the expansion. But I'll tell you about the base game style, it makes things easier. Alright? So, the only way that you can perform an action in the game, like placing new clans, moving clans, building sanctuaries, is by playing a card. And there's 3 different types of cards. There are advantage cards, which are tied to these locations. So if you're the chieftain in a location, you will get an advantage card, which will allow you to do a special action. Right? There's bog standard, I think these are called
Action cards.
Yeah.
They're green.
Green ones. Epic Tale cards, which sounds very exciting.
So these are epic tale cards. These are action
yellow,
cards.
aren't they? The action ones.
There's 2 types of action cards. There's Triskel cards, right, which is designated by the Triskel symbol. And it should say that on your little thing, shouldn't it?
What a Triskel symbol?
Yeah, on your little cheat sheet. Triskel is designated by the little 3 little thing. No, the other one. Yeah. So that's played as a reaction to an action card, right? That's a reaction, okay?
Yep.
But a season card is played as an action. So there's actions and reactions, seasons and Triskels, all right? Okay. And on the card, there's different. You'll see there's different effects. So you've got the bit you can build. Some might mean you can recruit. and some will allow you to move units.
Yeah.
And there's also clash, which will allow you to instigate a battle if you wish. You don't have to.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Okay. So you've got to remember the cards you draft in the assembly phase need to help you win the game. So you should really just draft the cards that you think will help you win the game. Yeah.
Oh, seems a good boy. Look.
Okay. So we've gone through action, advantage, and epic tale. Right. Epic tale are like sort of extra cards that you're going to be playing. These are the core cards you'll be using every round. These are cards you may pick up and be able to play. Okay. So you'll be getting rid of these cards. You'll be handing in these cards at the end of the round, but these ones you'll keep.
I can't see.
These.
Which ones are you handing?
These ones will always be in play. You'll hand these in and draft them again.
Right.
These ones you'll keep.
Right.
Right. And these ones are associated with the location.
Okay.
Okay. So you know about Triskells, yeah? Okay. So, like we said, season cards are played on your turn. Triskel cards will tell you when you can play them, but they're generally a reaction to certain events that will happen in the game, yeah? Right. So we'll be drafting these. We'll be, during the assembly phase, you'll be taking these from that display, because each one of them cards refers to one of these things that's on the flick. And then the epic tale cards, you will get them. These will evoke the Celtic gods and heroes, and then inspire clans will come in. So you'll get these when certain game effects occur. I just talked about that, and we told you about everything that's on the card. Right, all the cards are in place, so we're playing a 4-player game. Right. Blah 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 blah. So the first, I'll tell you what we'll do. The first thing we'll do is we will complete setup. Find it, and we need to assign a random start player called the Bren. Right, we'll just do it randomly. So I don't know who wants to be the first player.
Who won last week? Last game? We didn't, did we?
No, it's cool.
No, we abandoned it,
Oh,
didn't we?
The youngest player.
Do you want to be the
What
first player?
does? Who
No.
was the highest?
No. Do you want to be the first player, Mummy?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Doesn't matter. Do
Or
you want me to
doesn't.
be the first player?
You be the
Yeah,
first
go on.
player, we can follow you, can't we? Know what you're doing then.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be the Bren, right?
Does that change with each round or something?
Yeah, it depends. So what I'll do, I'll choose a territory to place the capital, right, which is this. I'm going to say it's going to be at Lost Valley, right? So what I'll do, I'll flip the Flock of Crows token, and that is the direction that the flow of play is going to go, right? Right, so it's going to go clockwise. Well, we'll do the next bit after I'll explain the game next, so that makes sense to you. So, like we said, the territory chieftain is the player that has the most clans in a territory. Right, if there's a tie, there is no chieftain, right? Okay?
Yep.
So, like we said, you have a series of rounds, and this is what's going to happen. You have the assembly phase and you have the season phase. So, in the assembly phase, you follow these 6 steps. It could be 7 steps because we're playing with the seasons expansion, so it can be a
Oh, okay.
it's only
That's an
7 step.
expansion, is that?
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
Mm.
So there will be a 7th step, but I'll tell you about that after we've gone through all the rules, right? So the first thing we'll do is we will assign a Bren, and whoever is the chieftain of the capital city will get the Bren token, right? Okay. If there's a tie or there's nobody's a chieftain, then the current Bren stays the Bren regardless. Right, then we'll check for victory. What we'll do, we'll see if whoever's got a pretender token. If you fulfilled the victory, one of those 3 conditions, then you'll win the game. Yeah. If there's 2 people with one, then two players meet the territory's victory conditions. Both are tied equally and considered to have met the victory condition. If there's a tie, right, in case of a tie for meeting the most victory conditions, if the Bren is among the tied players, he wins the game. If the Bren is not among the tied players, there's no winner. If there's no winner, all pretended tokens are returned to the supply, and the game continues for another round. So you have to have either be the Bren or have met more victory conditions. Okay. So that's how you check for victory. Then what you'll do, you'll take the advantage cards that are associated with the territory that you are chieftain in. So if you've got a majority of the clans in a region, you will take that advantage card, right? And the advantage card will allow you to do certain things. So for instance, this one, it says during step 2, victory of the assembly, this card counts as one deed, right? Deed cards, these deed tokens, if you've got one of these in your possession, it counts as one of the components of a victory condition. So say if you had 5, you were present in 5 locations and you had one of these, that would count as the 6th one.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
so this will reduce the amount of things that you need. This doesn't count as a full victory condition, it counts as a portion of one of them. Right? So like, what was the other one? If you were present in 6 sanctuaries, yeah, you had that one, but you're only present in 5, you have one of these, this will count as another sanctuary, right? Okay?
There's
So-
more than just one.
Yeah. So this one, it says during step 2, this card counts as, if you've got this one, it counts as a deed,
Right.
alright? And we'll look at them once we've done
Are
it.
they replaced once they're removed?
No, you take them into your hand.
Right.
And you keep them as long as you're the chieftain in that region.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as
You don't replace them on there then?
no, because you keep them. When if for any reason you lose the chieftain status,
Yeah.
you put it back.
Right, okay.
Right? Okay. So once you've done that, then we will flip the flock of crows. The Bren will flip that, and that will determine which way that round's going to go. So it doesn't always go clockwise; it could go anti-clockwise. Right? So you can follow all this on there, I think, in this summary. Right? Okay. Right. So then what we'll do, we'll prepare for the season. This is where you start drafting cards, right? So all of these cards will be in play. Okay. And what we'll do this now, right? What we'll do is set one aside. This is what we always do. We will set one aside and we deal 4 to each player, right? What do? That's meaningful, isn't it? And deals 4 to each player for yeah. Right, so
That was right.
is it? Or deal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
4, right? So you get 4. You get 4. You get 4. Okay, so you look at them, and you'll see what you'll see.
Other people see them
No.
or not?
What you'll see in the top left, it will tell you what type of card it is, whether it's a Triskel card or a season card. In the top right, it will tell you what type of card it is, what it does. So you'll see that it tells you on there what the different types of cards are. So it's either build, recruit, move, or clash. Right? You'll see that on there. Okay, and then you'll have some wonderful artwork, which is quite nice, isn't it?
It's very good.
Yeah, and then you'll have what it does. Right, ignore the number in the bottom because unless you've got one with 5 in the bottom, in which case that's got to come out of the game.
What's that?
If you've got something with 5,
Bottom right.
yeah, and that's got to come out because that's 5 players. Right. Silly me. Have you got one with 5 on it, Mummy?
No.
So they're only used with a 5-player game, right? So you'll see that it will tell you what the card does.
Yep.
Right, and then we'll go through a bit of drafting, but we'll do that once I've told you what the rest of the game means, because otherwise you won't know what these things are. So basically, what you'll be doing, you'll be choosing to hold on to 1, and then you'll pass the rest on.
Yeah.
Then you'll choose 2, pass the rest on. Then you'll choose 3, and pass the rest on, and then you'll be left with 4 cards, and that's what you'll have to play
Oh,
that
so
round.
we've got to choose.
Not now.
Oh.
We'll do that in a minute, because otherwise this stuff won't make any sense to you, right?
Okay.
Okay. Shut up, dog. Messing up my stream. Right. so that's what we'll do. We'll draft the cards, and then we're going to phase 2. Shut up! I'm going to shoot it. Right. So then we're going to. Actually, no, we won't. We'll do the season phase then. Right. There's an extra little mini phase, and what we'll do in the season phase, we will add a 7th sacred festival step. Right, so we'll look at this, right, and we'll look at what season it is, so it's going to be autumn, and then we'll do the end of the assembly phase. So we'll be saying each player may discard any number of epic tale cards. For each epic tale card they discard, each player may place a clan in a territory, but we're not going to do that because we haven't got any epic tale cards, right? But that's what we would do if it was autumn. Okay, and if it's the next one's going to be winter, so we'll do each player may discard 1 action card to draw 1 epic tale card. So that's what's going to happen, right? Okay, and also during phase 2, the season phase, we apply the effects of the current season as described on the season card. And in autumn, there is no effect, but in winter, it will say that no more than 3 clans may be moved by any 1 card. Right, so it's going to be some kind of game altering thing, depending on, and this is going to move around clockwise every turn,
Right, okay.
every round, right? Okay, so that's the sort of a mini thing that's going to be going on there, right? Okay, so then we move on to the season phase. So what you'll do, you've got 3 options, right? You can either play a season card from your hand, right, face down, right? These epic tale cards are always played face up, and you can look through the discard pile any time, right? So you'll play a season card. It could be an action card, advantage card, or an epic tale card. They're all called season cards, right? So action cards are discarded face down, blah blah blah. You can only look at the discard pile when the card effect allows it. Advantage cards played face down near the player, back visible, and epic tale cards played face up, right? So after you play the thing, you do what it says, and that's that, right? You can pass if you don't have any cards, then you can pass. You will be able to play cards again. The player does not. Oh, you don't have to play cards. So if you haven't got any, you don't want to play any, you can pass. But when it comes back round to you, you can play. You can play again. It doesn't mean you're out of the round for good, right? Or you can take a pretender token. So if you've met one of the victory conditions, then you can say, I've met a victory condition. I'm going to take a pretender token, right? And then obviously, if you've got the most of those by the end of that round, you win the game. All right. If there's a tie, whoever's the Bren will get it, and if there's a tie and nobody's the Bren, then you put them back and you go again. Okay. If you've got no clans in any territories, what you will do, you must discard a deed token if you have one. Right. Then, whether you've got a deed token or not, you'll take a total of 2 clans and you'll put them in any territory. Right. Or any territories. Okay. Then you take your turn as normal. So obviously if you haven't got any clans on the board, if you're wiped out, you put 2 in any region. You want 1 in 2 or 2 in 1, and then you'll take your turn as normal. Alright? So once the round ends, you keep your epic tale cards, pass all your advantage cards, put them face up over there, and you hand these back in, and then we go round again. Okay? Right, so there is a bit of combat in there. But it's easy, simple. So if a clan's moved into a territory where any opposing clans are already present, and also some card effects allow you to initiate clashes. So if you see one of these things, you can initiate a clash, right? So the person that starts the clash is called the instigator, right? So the clans present in the territory need to decide amongst themselves how better to settle their differences, either aggressively or peacefully. As soon as a clash occurs, players immediately resolve the clash before continuing on, right? So after resolving the first clash, he chooses which clash to resolve next. So the instigator will choose, if there's multiple clans in a region, the instigator will choose which one they want to fight first, right?
Right.
So what you'll do, you'll look at if there's any citadels or things in the thing.
Capital.
Yeah. The player next to the instigator, judging by this, will be allowed to move one of their clans into the citadel or the capital citadel if they want to. Okay, and they're safe. They can't be touched in combat. So it's like a sanctuary type. It's not a sanctuary. They're sanctuaries. So it's like they're protected. Okay. There's only one space.
That rings a bell, actually. Yeah.
Only one space.
Mm.
So you go around and you can do that, right? So clans that aren't in citadels are called exposed, right? Okay. So what you'll do, starting with the instigator and proceeding in turn order, each player who has one or more exposed clans performs one manoeuvre. So the manoeuvres that you can take are you can attack, you can withdraw, or you can do an epic tail manoeuvre. Alright? So you can play Triskel cards if they allow you to do so during combat. Alright? So when you attack, you express your intention to attack, right? And then what you'll do, the attack player will either remove a clan from the board and put it back in their supply, or they will discard an action card, a green card. Okay? Yeah. You can withdraw if you want, which means that you'll move one of your exposed clans to an adjacent territory where you are the chieftain. So you have to have majority in the place where you're going to withdraw to, otherwise you can't withdraw.
Yep.
Right? Or you can do an epic tail manoeuvre. So some of these epic tail cards over here have got Triskel symbols on them, and they can be played as a manoeuvre, and it will tell you that on the card. Right? Okay. There was one other thing.
Sorry.
So what you could do before each manoeuvre, you can decide to call a truce. So you could say, if Julie jumps in and attacks you, could say, oh, I've had enough. How about we just say we don't want to fight anymore? And if you both agree, that's the end of the fight. And everything just stays as it is. Right?
It's very likely.
I'm just saying. Right? So it's up for negotiation at any time. You can't trade anything in. You can't say, oh, well, I'll give you that epic spell, epic tail card for you. But you just agree to stop fighting. Right? So once the clash is over, once you agree to end the clash, or when there's no exposed clans in the clashing territory. Right? It says note that even in the cases where only one dogs and cats, but only one player has exposed clans in the territory, you must decide to either end the clash or to perform a manoeuvre. Even in the case where only one player still has exposed clans in the territory, you must decide to end the clash or perform a properly withdraw. Reduces withdrawal. Sorry, that doesn't end. The clash ends either when all involved players agree to end the clash, or when there's no exposed clans. Note that even in the case where only one player still has exposed clans in the territory, you must decide to either end the clash or to perform a manoeuvre, probably withdraw. If he chooses to withdraw with some but not all of his exposed clans, it becomes his turn again, as he is the only player with exposed clans in the clashing territory. At this point, he really should end the clash. Okay. What does that mean? Does that mean if you're the only person left? Oh, so don't worry about it. So if it's Gavin and you, and you've got exposed, that doesn't make sense. Does that mean if there's only one player, say if like I'm in here and you're there, is it referring to that?
It says the exposed player, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if you're exposed, what's it mean by that then? It says you must decide to either end the clash or to perform a manoeuvre, probably withdraw. If you choose to withdraw with some or his clans, becomes his turn goes, he's the only player with exposed clans. Yeah, so I suppose you can take the option to withdraw and then end the clash and stay in there. I suppose that's what it means. Alright, so I think we're almost at the end. You know about the victory conditions, you know about DD cards, so you know about being tied, and that's it. Right? Okay, so there's a few extra little bits in the expansion thing. So a shared territory is a territory where two or more players are present. Right? No way.
Mushes, use a bloody door on the
Did.
cat
So-
flap on the
He
door.
did.
No, but
Why
it's-
does he go round there and meow when he can go through the door?
You know about the seasons. We've done about that. The only thing is another thing called. This is probably the most. It's not complicated. This is probably the most complicated thing. You've got sea travel, so it says harbours.
Mm.
So when you're placing a new territory, you now have to place the new territory adjacent to at least 2 territories, except if it's an island. Okay, right. So this is an island. This is an island. So it says if this territory comes into play with a harbour, right? This is an island. Okay.
Say that again.
So the rule for placing a territory now requires placing a new territory on a location adjacent to at least 2 territories, except
Right.
if it's an island. What was the old?
Mm.
What was the old rule?
It's not there, is it?
No,
Mm.
probably didn't tell you. Yeah, so I think in the setup it says that it needs to touch 2 adjacent other tiles, right? And now it says placing the territory now requires a new territory on a location adjacent to at least 2 territories, except if it's an island. So if you place an island, we'll have this symbol on it, telling you to put harbour down. You place it in the player which represents the sea, touching no other territory. An island can never be adjacent to any other territory.
That's not
That's
very
territory
grey, then,
of
is
the
it?
land. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because
This
it's
is
an
not a
island.
player which represents the sea, touching no other territory.
That means you can only put one there because it's not touching the sea.
When the players discover an island, he places it on the play area which represents the sea, touching no other territory.
There's a gap there, isn't there, in that one?
Yeah.
So have you got to sort of go round it then?
That's
Can you not?
Is that what it means? You've got
No.
to leave a gap on that bit?
That's in.
Yeah.
You wanna have it less than
Touching no. An island can never be adjacent to any other territory. The placement rule takes precedent over the base game rules on the text on the
So
card.
should that be there then?
No. It shouldn't be, should it?
Oh.
That means you can only put an island next to an island. Is that what they mean?
Well, the way they've got
probably
the
just
layout
said
there.
How do you know if it's an island?
It's got this on it.
Oh.
So an island, where would you put an island?
Well, in the player, but it can't be adjacent. It can never be adjacent to any other territory. Right? A placement rule. Right. It says when you place a harbour tile, which are these,
Mm.
they choose one of the available spots on the territory. They must place the harbour tile in such a way that it touches no other territory if possible. Otherwise, the harbour tile may touch another territory. See here, they've got it touching other territories.
What, the islands?
Here, the player cannot play the mount territories that block access to the harbour. So the harbour says once in play, the harbour tile must always provide access to the sea.
You can't put one there on it.
Yeah, so you can't say put one. You can't block access to the harbour.
Mm.
So these harbours, they've got to be separate. They can't be. They're islands. Right. Base looks like that.
So how do you join everything up then? Because
Well,
they've got them joined
There'd
up
be
there.
more
haven't
land.
Well, only if possible, it says.
Oh. So you've got to put land with
It's not
land.
so
in.
complicated. The player discovers an island, he places it on a player which represents the sea, touching no other territory. An island can never be adjacent to any other territory. Placement rule takes precedence over the base game and text on the card. Right, so when you place a harbour on a territory, you choose one of the available spots, right? Otherwise, it can't touch another territory if possible, or otherwise it can. So if you've got no other choice, you can place this next to another territory, right? Once in play, a harbour must always provide access to the sea, so you can't block this off, right? And the territory can only ever have one harbour tile. But harbour tiles are considered adjacent to other harbour tiles. So this territory is considered adjacent to that one.
And all?
So when clans move by sea, so when a player plays a card allowing him to move, or when he withdraws from a clash, one and only one of his allowed movements can be by sea. When clans move by sea, these are adjacent, right?
Yeah.
I missed that. Right. And yeah, there's a few extra epic tower cards that have been bundled in. So that's all. That's it. Understand?
Yeah, I got just a bit. Same old story, was like,
Oh, I don't,
Right. So
I
we
go, I'm just a ginger. You can go, I'm just a girl.
So we've got
Mum,
to draft these
I'm
cards.
just a
right?
mum.
So what you're going to do, you're going to pick one of these and then pass the rest on.
Yeah, I'll pick one really.
So if you decide that what you do, the one that you've kept, you take back into your hand, and you can, if you wish, pass that on as well. Right? If you think that somebody, if you got think that the card that you've got, Gavin might want, you can hold it back and then keep it. Yeah, or you put it back into your hand. Does all this make sense?
Yeah. So,
Passy woos.
wait for it.
This one, there may be an effect on a card that will allow you to take that.
I've
I see.
got choose.
2 now.
2 now.
Two now, wasn't it? You said.
Yeah.
There's only one we're passing on, isn't it?
2.
You said
Keep 2, pass 2.
Choose 1 and choose 2.
I've got to
No.
choose 2 of I.
No.
Keep 2, pass 2.
oh, I don't know. Keep
Oh.
1.
We should have placed the colour units, we'll do that in a sec. Keep 3, pass 1.
Sorry.
Keep 3, pass 1.
I'm not sure about that.
So you keep this one and that's it.
Really sure.
Ah, useless card.
Right. So, what I forgot to do is you got to place your initial placement of clans.
Are these figures significant or
No, they're
Just
all the
not.
same there.
So,
No, I don't think so.
don't know more. Sure.
Yeah.
We should tell you how to do that then.
Can you try the orange ones? They're quite nice.
Yes, I got some bubblegum ones.
Oh,
They're a
then
bit. Yeah.
what? Tic Tacs?
Yeah. Okay.
have we got raspberry ones? Are they the new ones?
Raspberry. I don't know.
They're nice.
I never do the mint ones.
Mm.
Orange one's nice.
Yeah, they're right. You can get orange. Is it orange and lime in it together? Get orange and green ones.
Oh, right.
Sanctuary in there as well. Right, so each player in turn places one clan in any territory until each player has 2 clans somewhere on the board, right? So I'm going to place one clan in the capital.
Oh, are you now?
Yes, I am, and I have.
And I'm going to do that as well.
Okay.
Because I can.
Okay.
Any clan, they're all the same one.
Yeah, all the same.
Not sure what I'm doing yet.
No. Has each territory got anything
Yeah.
worth going for?
We have to look on the cards. Judy, can you read out the advantage cards?
Innis Mona.
That one.
Mona.
Stop moaning.
When opponents' clans move to Innis Mona, draw one epic tale card.
Isle of Joy. Move one of your clans from the Isle of Joy to one territory with a harbour. I'll do this one. Lost Vale. That's the one with the capital. After you play a season card, move any one clan from a territory adjacent to the Lost Vale into it. This move does not initiate a clash.
I'll do that one. During step 2, and in brackets victory, of the assembly, this card counts as 1D. That's why Brissail, whatever it's called.
Right. So what you do, Gab? You are the Bren,
Why?
right? Because you are the chieftain of the capital.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that
So
guy.
you get that. Yeah. So we check to see if the player has won the game. We don't, because nobody's won it. And everybody takes an advantage card based on the thing. So I want the Isle of Joy. Right. Advantage card. Alright, you get the Lost Vale, Gav. Mummy gets Innis Mona. And Julie gets that one. Okay?
Is this ongoing?
And as long as you hold this thing, so you can play it as a card, as an action card. That's a Triskel card, so you play it as a reaction.
How often can you play it?
Well, you play it, and then that would be that for the
Right.
round. Right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So then you'll flip the Flock of Crows token there.
That's a good
And
flick.
it's gonna go anti-clockwise.
Oh.
Right?
From where?
And then we've done
Me. Because I'm the man.
And
Not the little girl.
then we've done the action cards thing,
What are you
so
gonna do?
that's that. So Gab, you get to play one of your season cards.
Can you have two sanctuaries in a place?
Wouldn't make much sense either, I guess.
How do you add these?
You have to play cards. They'll tell you how to do it.
What's the festival token?
This,
What did that do?
or whatever it
It's
says.
called a Citadel.
No, this is a citadel.
Um,
Sanctuary citadels, locations.
Excuse me.
So how do you get your player into there?
Scrap.
Scrap.
Have a clash. But the person that's not the instigator gets the first dibs. Last time we played this, everyone just sat back. They were too scared.
Well, I suppose I'll do this. Discard one card if able, then draw one epic card. So it'd be that one I'd get rid of, wouldn't it?
You can do it as either or.
Yeah, it says discard one card if able, so that must be this card.
Well,
Then draw one epic tale.
says you can discard one card available, then draw one epic tale. Yes, you'll be discarding one of those,
Oh, it's got to be
and
one of
then
these.
drawing an epic tale card. Or it says after you play an epic tale card, instead of discarding it, give it to another player and gain one deed token. So you have to discard another card to do that.
so you're losing 2 cards basically.
Yeah, but these are sort of quite powerful
Yeah.
things. You don't know what you're getting. So it's a gamble. Isn't it? In
Oh, I
this.
get rid of that one then. Well, I don't really want to do that.
Gamble, isn't it? In this.
I want to keep that one. I have to use that one to play, I have to get rid of one of these. I get rid of that one. And I'm going to play that one. I get an epic card, an epic tail card.
Epic tail.
Is this for me to read or to everyone to see?
So there should be another card then. You should discard it face down.
You've got to discard 2 cards.
So I've got to just
What's the one you played?
that one.
Or
What's
just get
this
the
one?
effort card.
No, that's one I've got rid of,
Yes, that gets discarded.
and I have to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
And does everyone get to see this?
No. That was my go.
Oh, actually, I can get rid of some of the golf cards, can I? Because it's far too tight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put that out.
I should have a phone case like that. It's like phone.
Yeah,
Card.
it's not that quite. Oh, there's only 3 in there.
I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass, Taylor?
Yeah.
Me? I'm going to place a citadel in my territory. And it says here, but I think that's right. If this territory's advantage card has not been played, add it to your hand. So
It's
that's
your,
those.
yeah, it's your
yeah.
card. It hasn't been played yet, has it? Okay.
So what's that one?
Oh, that doesn't work. It's not very good, is it?
Rubbish.
Okay.
Too much stuff in there, Gav.
Well, I'll just try it.
When do we replenish these then?
At the end of the round,
Oh, okay.
once you've run out of cards, or everyone's passed.
Okay.
Let me do this one. Place 2 clans in any territories where you are present. Both clans can be placed either in the same territory or in different territories.
Right, so we're going to put them.
Is that me?
It's a tricky one.
You get cards where you can move them about though, can't you?
If you enter a territory, there may be a clash,
I'm not afraid.
unless you put them in all in your one.
I might do that for now and see how we'll go.
Right.
What do we do? Keep
Typical
going till we
men,
run out
isn't
of
it?
cards?
So aggressive.
We keep playing till we run out of green cards?
So you
Yeah,
pass.
or you can play that as
No,
well.
I can't play that
Pull
yet.
that one until everyone's passed on the same round.
Well, this is only a reaction one. When do we play season cards? It's season.
Season cards, they've got that symbol on them. Triskel cards got the other ones. That's season.
So these are seasons.
They're season cards, yeah. Triskel's have got the
Oh, yeah.
triangular
Yeah.
sort of thing on them.
Is it the cards that get you citadels and stuff?
Everything you can do is to do a card play.
Even getting
Yeah,
These
getting them,
things.
everything, yeah. Everything's
whether you get the card.
basically it's a card game with some tiles on it.
In a territory both where you are present and that has one or more sanctuaries, place one of your clans and the festival token there. A player who instigates a clash in that territory removes one of his clan from there. At the end of the season, remove the festival token.
This is a clash. I don't want to fight. Do you want to fight, go?
Oh, why? Because I moved one of my clans in? Yeah, I do.
Right.
Because I'm outnumbering you.
Right, so I can choose to go into the citadel, so I'm going to stay there. So that's that.
That's the end of the fight.
So you can either withdraw, move to another territory, or choose to end the clash.
It's a bit pointless.
Well, no, not really. If he wants to move somewhere else.
You wouldn't move someone
Right, okay. That's the end of the clash. Right.
Do you want to fight? No, but I'm just going to go to the sea down. That's it.
What's at the end of the clash?
Dropped it. Hid.
Well, I just need to see how you end, clashes end. No exposed clans remaining in the clashing territory. So you're saying you want to end the clash, right? All of clans, right, so place back into the territory. Alright.
So basically, Matt just hid in the
In the castle.
in the
Who
castle.
did the chicken impression
So how
just
can I
then?
get you out of there then?
You can't.
Hope there's somebody else is in there.
You'll have to jump in there.
I can't unless someone fights me. Is that right?
So if Matt fights you,
Somebody
you
else
can
moves
just
in
go.
there.
You can just go.
If someone else jumps in there,
then you can jump back up.
whoever's next according to the flock of crows can go in there. Right?
But might not want to go in there.
No.
What season are we on?
Autumn.
It says for each epic tale card they discard, each player may place one clan in a territory where they are shifting.
So,
That's what it says on the end of assembly of
alright,
autumn.
let me do this. So I suppose I'm going to play this. It says move one of your clans to an adjacent territory. This does not instigate a clash. Hello. Okay.
Me. Right, I could draw an epic tale card because I've got an opponent who's moved on to my territory.
Right. That puts that face down now. But you've played that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just pop that there just so you played it.
Then I play it in the
Yeah.
next round if I want to.
Yeah, so you can draw an epic tale card.
Mm.
Where's the picture
That's
of
not my
that?
move, is it? Is that my
Victory, yeah.
move?
That's it,
Is
yeah.
that extra move?
That's it.
Hmm.
You get to play a card, right?
I can't move my men to it because that is
It's
an
not
island.
adjacent, no, it's not adjacent, it's just stuck.
So this one, can I play it any time?
No,
Oh.
The land.
it depends what it is, doesn't it? If it's
Oh.
a Triskel card, you play it as a
Jumping
reaction, I'll
essentially.
tell you when to play
No,
it.
it's
If
not
it's a
a
season
Triskel
card,
card.
you can only play on your turn, which is why you can only you can only play this as a Triskel. So, so
Okay.
that was a. Actually, no, that's right, because that was a Triskel card. That's a reaction. So you would have got your turn now. Yeah.
So I have my turn
Yeah, I
now.
thought that was a season card. It's
Oh
not.
no,
It's a
it's a
Triskel card. So.
okay. I can't use that one yet. Okay.
It's a bit tricky, isn't it? There's no way of getting to the mainland.
Well, I had a card to build another territory, but I didn't realise you couldn't use that. I would have kept hold of that.
Mm.
You sure that's right about the fights?
Yeah.
If I attack you, you just fight.
You've got the option of going. Whoever's to the next person in a turn order gets the option of occupying a citadel.
But there'd never be any fights, would
It
there?
says players good to do it.
Drop in the city down.
Yeah.
Turn order. Player who has one or more exposed clans performs one of the following actions. All clans not in citadels are exposed. Players can send clans to the territory citadels to be protected.
So if it's got a Triskel on it,
Yep. It's not an action. It's an action card, but it will tell you when you can play it.
so I can do this one. It says I can do one or a Triskel.
Has it got a dual thing? Yes, it's a season card or a Triskel card. If you
Right.
want to play it as an action,
Mm.
That's
you would
it.
use the this side of it, or whatever side's got these.
Yeah, it says after one of your manoeuvres on the Triskel. So I've got to do a manoeuvre and then I can use this. Is that what it means?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Right, so I've had to do a manoeuvre first.
Yeah, but you can't play that card if it says or. You
Yeah.
can't. If that card says do a manoeuvre, you can't then play it again. Yeah. So you'll have to do something. You have to do something else and then play that as a Triskel card.
Right, okay, so I've got to use one of these then. Okay.
Obviously, you're burning through your cards if somebody
Right,
attacks
exactly.
you. Because these are also your defence, aren't they?
Yeah.
No one's going to attack me
No.
though. No.
Should we do him? Do him over.
No, Julie can't go to this island. Because there's no harbour.
Trouble is,
Not yet.
you need more people on there. How do you get more people on there?
Play
It's
cards.
your card, says it,
You
like
should
mine
say
said
it.
after that I had an
Yeah.
extra two.
Yeah, I've got that. Oh,
It's the one with the plus. It's that
Yeah.
one. And plus symbol.
can't do that one.
Mushroom, go away. For God's sake, mushroom.
Does that mean when it says during step
Oh, I
two,
do the. I won't bother with the Triskel. I'll just do the
During
other
step
bit.
2,
So it's draw one epic tail card.
you see on your
the assembly?
see on the assembly on your thing it says the assembly phase. Look at step 2.
Oh, check
During
to
that-
see if a player had one. Oh, is that all that is?
What's that?
I'm going to draw an epic tail card.
What's this?
That's the one.
What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So have you discarded any other green cards?
No. I've got 2 left.
Oh, I took two go.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Does that mean I pass now?
No, you
No,
come
you
back
come
in
back.
until everybody's passed and the same go, and
Oh.
you keep going. This camera is slightly delayed, but it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Not much though, is that? Excuse me.
So when do we draw more green cards?
Once everyone's passed,
Well, you get 4 more. And we do that thing where we...
draft again. Yeah.
Let's do that then.
What are you doing?
Place 1 sentry in a territory where you're present. Draw 1 epic tail card. That's the same.
Yep.
Oh, that's the sentry.
No, it's a citadel. Okay.
Good. That means I can't go anymore. What's this one for?
Oh, some card effects will allow you to
Pick it up.
hmm.
Mushers! Strolls around the house. Mushers, the old man, eh?
Yeah, he's getting a bit now, isn't he?
Oh, hang on. Each player may discard any number of... Oh, they don't have any epic tail cards, do we? So I haven't got any cards that allow me to do anything. So, pass.
Margaret?
I'll play this one. It says place 1 clan in any territory. So I'm thinking that.
Which one was it?
Children of Dana.
Right, so you're going to instigate a clash?
No,
You're not?
no.
I was going to say, I'll just hide. Unless...
The instigator gets to choose whether it goes in a citadel,
No,
does it?
the person next to the instigator.
Oh. So do we keep playing even if you can't play your cards? Or do you just
till
give
everyone
up?
passes.
Oh, till everyone passes, right. You alright?
Yeah, my arms feel a bit cold.
Yeah.
Just got to top this
It's
up.
going to get a bit cooler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Notice the leaves were changing in the hospital grounds coming round. Yeah, autumn's here.
I like the autumn.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I like the mornings.
Yeah,
It's crisp.
it's nice, isn't
And
it?
then it warms up through the day and then it
Mm.
gets a bit nippy.
The autumn's lovely.
I'm just thinking, can I? You say that you don't want to have a clash, but maybe I do.
Why would you want to?
Or maybe I do. I'm just thinking.
Oh, did you do the icon at the top of your card when you discarded it?
The icon. No, I don't know.
I can't remember if I did it on one or icon.
What about the icon?
The little icons at the top.
Yeah, found that.
That's build, recruit or move. Icons appear on some cards to indicate its effect.
Can I? I mean, that's what I don't get. Can I still? Players can sink. Can I say that I want to have a clash or not? It says a clash occurs when one or more clans are moved to a territory where opposing clans are already present.
Yeah, you moved it and you said you didn't want to clash.
Yeah, but I'd say my mum moved a clan into that territory.
Oh,
She said she doesn't want to have a fight, but I said, well, maybe I do. But it says then the clans present in the territory need to decide among themselves how best to settle their differences, either aggressively or peacefully. As soon as a clash occurs, players immediately resolve the clash before continuing on with the round. If a single effect, the instigator chooses which clash to resolve first. Resolving the first clash, he chooses which clash to resolve next, and so on. Each clash is resolved in 2 steps. Citadel's resolution. I suppose I'm saying, I suppose you can, can't you?
Unless it says only the person who moves
It
into
doesn't say-
territory.
doesn't
well,
say
then
that.
You can do.
Doesn't say that though.
No, you can do.
How
Who put
best
that on
to
there
resolve the
then?
differences? I don't know, my mum, I think.
Oh. Did your card get you to put that on? Did you?
Yeah.
Right. Well then, I'm going to attack. Mother.
Are you?
You either withdraw one of your. You could either put one of your troops in. You can put one of your troops in the citadel if you want. You want to
Yes,
do
I
that?
will.
Right. So now you've either got to remove one of your troops or discard one of your cards.
Why have I got to do it? Why can't you?
Because he's forcing the fight.
Yeah. Right. So it says during a clash, which you're involved, after a manoeuvre is performed, place one exposed clan in this territory and choose who performs the next manoeuvre. Right. So you've got to choose what manoeuvre you want to do. So do you want to withdraw or do you want to? You can't withdraw because you're not chieftain. So you've got to either discard a green card. Right. Well, I've just done a manoeuvre, so I can put another blokey in there anyway. Right. And then I can choose who performs the next manoeuvre. So that's going to be me. Right. So I'm going to attack. Right. So do you want to remove him or do you want to discard a card?
Just check what I've got first. I'll remove him.
Hmm?
I'll remove him.
Okay.
Where do I put him back here?
Okay.
Yeah?
So I'm going to end the clash. He comes back out.
Right.
So now you'll go.
And put these on the board then.
I put that
With
one
your
on.
card, with a card.
Yeah. That was already there.
What are these called? They're citadels. This is the cathedral, isn't it? What are these called?
Sanctuaries. It's a bit unclear because what I'm thinking, if you're the instigator, surely if I say no, I don't want to have a bit of peaceful fight, then you go first and you either withdraw or attack. You either do one of the three things, don't you?
Weird, isn't it?
So should we go back and do that again? Because you would start it, wouldn't you?
But I didn't want to. You're the one who wanted to start it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which
If
So-
your mum
more
wouldn't
men.
do it, there wouldn't be any fight, would there?
No, yeah.
No, but didn't her card say that she didn't have to?
So you're saying you don't want to fight? Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying sorry, but I want to have a scrap. You're still the instigator because you moved into the territory, so you have to perform one of those actions.
Well, it doesn't make sense,
But
does it?
it does make sense because I'm fighting you now.
So what have I got to do then?
You've either got to attack, withdraw, or
Manoeuvre.
Yeah, but your mum went into the citadel, didn't she?
play an epic tail manoeuvre. Yeah. So you're saying that you want to go in there.
Yeah.
So now you've either got to attack or withdraw. You can't withdraw, so you've got to attack, right?
So your mum can't take that guy out then?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can't withdraw, can you? So you've got to attack
Why can't I withdraw him?
because you can't. You can only withdraw to an area where you're chieftain, and you're not chieftain anywhere.
Well, I am, because I've got two there.
You can't withdraw to the same territory that you're in.
All right.
So if your mum had two people
Yeah.
in there, she'd be chieftain. I can't even say that.
Chieftain.
Unless you don't want to become. Don't want to go in Citadel. Up to you. So you can either take them off the
So
board.
the attacked player loses one. The attacked player.
No, you're attacking. You're the instigator.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm attacking.
Yeah.
Then what?
Well, that's a manoeuvre, right?
Yeah.
And it says.
So the onus is now on the attacked player, according to this.
Yeah.
He loses one clan or one action card.
It says during a clash with you involved, after a manoeuvre is performed, place one exposed clan in this territory and choose who performs the next manoeuvre. So I'm going to do that. Right. I'm going to discard a card to keep him in there. Right. I'll discard that one, and then I will perform the next manoeuvre, and it's going to be an attack.
Right. So then I remove him.
Or you can discard a green card.
Yeah.
Can't,
You wanted to remove him.
you can't move him because you take him off. the board.
Yeah, because that's what Margaret did.
That's what I did before.
Right. And it says here, during a clash, after you've performed an attack manoeuvre, take one random action card from the attack player's hand. I'll have one of your cards.
I thought it was
So
a
your mum
case of.
loses a card anyway.
What?
It says it loses one clan or one action
That's
card.
what I just said to you.
It says one or.
Yeah.
I've removed
Yeah,
them.
I'm playing a Triskel card that allows me to take
Oh,
one of
again.
your cards.
Yeah.
So do I choose what you have
Random.
or?
Random.
Random. Uh-huh.
That one. Ooh. And that's the end of the clash. So he comes back out to play. It's your go.
Thank you. Okay. Choose an opponent with two or more clans in this territory and replace one of his clans with one of yours.
You played that. You played
Yeah.
Lucky Matt didn't get that one then, isn't it?
That's a bit
That's
vicious,
why I was
wasn't
playing along with it, so I thought I'd keep going.
Julie, it's your go.
Or just pass.
Passing.
Don't worry. You'll get what's coming.
Well, you thought you had just now, didn't you?
I said pass, I'll pass. I'll stick to my word.
I haven't got any cards.
Got season cards.
Nope.
Cards. Can't play them.
Epic cards you need. No.
Epic.
Can't do that one. No, can't do that one.
You can own an epic t-shirt.
Do you?
Epic.
Epic boy.
Pass.
I have to pass, I haven't got any cards.
Everyone's passing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So at the end of the round,
Is that autumn round, is it?
That was
so
the
do we-
autumn.
Yeah, so
Now into winter.
there's nothing in the season thing. So this will now move to winter.
Dum, dum, dum.
Right. Rinse, wash, repeat. So the chieftain of the capital becomes the new brand. So what we want to take all of these cards that you haven't played back to.
I haven't got any.
Okay, any cards you haven't played. If you're still the chieftain in the territory, then you get to keep the chieftain thing.
Got to put these back.
No,
Yeah, you can't.
no, you
play it.
don't. You got it.
Oh.
You got the territory.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get that. It says during step 2, victory of the assembly.
Yeah. As I say, this card counts. Yeah. So if you're controlling, if you've got a victory condition, that counts as one of these. Remember we said
Oh,
this reduces the what you need to fulfil it by 1. Yeah. Right. So Gav's still the chieftain. Check to see if anyone's won the game. Nobody has won the game. Each player takes the advantage card, matching the territories where they are chieftain, and we've already done that, right? So remember, it's now winter. So each player may discard 1 action card to draw an epic tale card at the end of the assembly phase. Once we've drafted all the cards. So if you've got
Is
a
that
card.
the assembly phase, is it?
Yeah, once we drafted all the cards, yeah.
This is number 4. The Bren tosses the flag.
Toss.
Toss one.
Go on. Got you, tosser.
Same way.
Oh, come on.
Anti-clockwise.
Means you go after me, so you'll be able to react to. Not that we're having a fight here. Okay. Then you shuffle the action card. Set aside 1 card face down, which was that one, the druid. Right. So Gav, you're going to do this. That doesn't really matter, does it? Then player drafts cards for the upcoming season thing. So. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hang on. What's the new one? Please.
So fall out there, she.
That's Ellis.
4.
Is that mine, I guess?
Yep.
Is it the same as before? 1?
Yeah,
And
choose
pass
one.
it
Yeah,
on.
wait for Judy. Just look at the cards.
Does he normally cry that?
All these cards are white.
Daniel said that there's a Portsmouth versus Southampton match,
Yes, there is.
and he didn't think Lincoln would be going because it's in the evening.
He's going.
Eh?
He's going.
Who is?
Lincoln.
Is he? Oh.
Why?
Oh, well, only because if he isn't, Emma would like to go.
What? It's a kid's season ticket.
Yeah, he said he could probably get it. Get an adult one or something. I don't know what
Yeah,
he
he's
said.
going.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, I thought it'd be too late because he's at school.
He's going to be shouting, "Scammer, scammer!"
They've-
all evening.
They put out a message saying no holidays outside of term time will be granted without question. None. No, it doesn't matter what
Who
circumstance.
said that?
It's school. It's a school.
It's a bit.
None. And yet they're having 5 inset days this year. And they shut the school down 2 days last year so the councillors could get elected. Hypocrites, aren't they?
Just say sick.
Could do. Just flick that switch down there, go that the white one.
What one?
The white one down there on the wall. Not that,
That
one.
one?
Yeah.
I'll tell him then because
I've told him.
Oh, you've told
Yeah,
him. Oh, I didn't realise that. When did he ask you then? Tonight.
Earlier today.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be going, but Judy said it's not a problem.
Oh, okay. Surprise.
What?
No, I didn't think he'd be going to school.
Can't miss the scum again.
Hmm.
We're just waiting for my wife to turn up.
What's the kick-off? 8 o'clock.
7:45.
Oh.
On telly? They decided yet?
It's on Sky, yeah. So I'm not working, I'll be around your house.
Yeah, if you want.
Right,
I
so
don't mind.
suggest, so you know, each player may discard one action card to draw an epic tale card after the assembly phase is finished, right? But no more than 3 clans may be moved by any one card, okay? For the duration of this round.
Let me read that again.
Right.
Okay.
Bad dream about Carmen.
Oh.
Got out of bed. I was going to see Carmen. Just took her to the shower and said,
Oh, right.
she's okay and calm down now.
Hmm.
Who cares?
Must have had a really bad dream about her.
Yeah.
Okay. Choose one card past the rest. Choose 2. Oh, it's 2 not chosen.
No, sorry.
You can't do everything that you want to do.
How many were meant to? Just one card?
Yeah, 1 at the moment. And pass
And this is 2.
2. Mugs we've got watching, wasting their time watching this. Oh, it's 2. I wonder who that is.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I always think of Roman Cop when I say it. Well, have you decided?
Oh, I'm taking 2. Sorry. I took 1.
Oh, is it
2.
two?
It's 2, isn't it?
You got 2.
Yeah, that's from the first
Yeah, you
round.
got 2 cards.
Does that
One,
mean
one
you
each
get
round.
That's it.
You take 1 each round. That's correct.
Oh, right. I thought you said 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Keep 2, pass
Oh.
2.
There's more two. Oh,
That's
Gav
fine.
hasn't chosen it.
So this is another 1. Make it 3. Is that right?
Okay, keep 3, pass 1.
That's all your cards, is it?
Okay, so Bren,
Me.
it's your go.
It's Bren a Welsh name.
It's the name
It's
of the
Bryn. B-R-Y-N.
yeah, Bren.
Oh.
Bren is a book. I assume it's like the king.
Mm.
Oh,
King of the Ginger Clan. Okay, exploration. The plane chooses a location adjacent to 2 territories. I can't do that then, can I?
Hmm. Well, these are adjacent, aren't they?
How do we get the harbours in there then? Well, nothing's come up about harbours,
Andy,
has
what are
there?
these called?
No, we don't seem to
Their
be
locations.
growing
Yeah.
anywhere, do we?
Look at these on the board then.
Hang on. The rule for placing a territory now requires placing the new territory on a location adjacent to 2 territories, except if it's an island. You can't. So you can never place anything there.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I can never move off that island. I'm stuck there.
You can't place anything here.
I can't move my men anywhere.
We're stuck on an
I'm
island
stuck on the
together
island, that's
with
it.
Matt.
Silly, isn't it? It doesn't seem right. I mean, look at this. What have they joined up here?
They're saying you can't place. When a player discovers an island, he places it on a player which represents the sea touching no territory. So if when you set this up, if you do what we've done, you've drawn just one thing, that ends up being an island.
Maybe when you start up,
The
you should
leeway
have,
sorting that out.
maybe when you start up, you have to have 2 that aren't islands.
You should do really. But we just have to say that you're going to place it next to that, because you can't place it any other way.
What's that there? That one.
I think it's about a victory condition.
Oh.
So when you
Does that
set,
give you an idea then?
each tile must be adjacent to 2 other tiles. Well, it can't be, can it? So you're just going to have to, I don't know.
What about changing that
Maybe
one?
one of these might.
What about changing that one to an island? There's no one's on it.
Don't forget, you can
Silly.
each player may discard 1 action card to draw 1 power card. End of assembly. Is that the end of assembly of these?
Oh, assembly phase.
Yeah. Is that the assembly phase when we've got out the cards?
Yeah. Yeah. We finished that phase.
Yeah, I didn't know if anyone wanted to do it. So,
That's a bit weird. So that facts. So let's see if there's it. Sea travels.
do you want another
Islands are
checkboard?
not used for the initial game setup. They are placed unconnected to other tiles. Well, it didn't say that in the rules.
So you've got to get rid of all of them.
We can't do that now.
Yeah. Just replace these 3, but just put the people in them. That'll be fine.
Why don't say that?
Yeah, just take them off and replace them. So all 3 have to go.
Yeah. That's mad.
Yeah. Well, if you take that one as well.
That means these are changed now. That,
Oh,
what's the arseholes?
I'll shuffle these in, yeah.
There should be another one.
Another what?
Another tile. Why didn't it say that in the rules? That's, has that screwed the game up? I don't know.
Just not like that.
They're not used. Why didn't it say it's not used as a in the thing then? So.
Oh,
is
no,
this-
that's an island. That's an island. Look.
Oh, God's sake. Right. Finally. Shuffle that in. So the only one that's in there is the Lost Vale, so that's the only one you should have. Copy rule book. That's what we got. The Moors.
I in mine.
Iron Mine, the Moors, and Misty Sands.
Misty Lanos.
Misty Lands, is it?
house.
Lands. More
Oh, did I say lands?
Yeah. All the English. Right, so my mum gets the Misty Lands.
She gets more.
And the Iron Mine is currently unoccupied. When you perform an attack manoeuvre, the attacking player must both remove one exposed clan and one. Oh, what a stupid. Unless it says that, and I didn't read it. I don't want to separate islands from other territories. But that doesn't specifically say it's not used for setup, is it? Has that messed up the game? I don't know.
Anyway, the brain chooses a location adjacent to two territories, draws a new place there if it's an island front walls. Then if the territory allows, place one clan, otherwise place one clan in the capital. It's a mountain.
That's for change again.
Yeah, we've had to in the expansion rules it says when you set up, separate the islands from the territories, but it doesn't say that you don't use the island tiles in setup. But in the FAQ it says you don't use the island tiles in setup; they come out as is. So we've had to replace the tiles with normal ones, and so you're going to get a different thing.
Oh,
Right, but
There's not a lot we can do about that.
no.
So the island tiles are redundant then?
No, they're back
No.
in the thing, but they
Yeah.
come out after you set up.
Oh, right.
It wasn't
But-
100% correct.
But if you have an island, the only way you can get to it is to have a harbour.
Yeah,
I see.
So you place a harbour on one of these.
It'd be
no,
nice if they gave you a
You can't get to it
diagram.
not unless there's two islands.
So who have I got then? Misty Lands.
That's
Oh.
true.
You have to have a harbour to harbour.
Yeah, but how do you get off of the mainland?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I suppose that they're separate. You can't move from the mainland to the
Oh, you
island.
can just put.
Yeah.
Anyway, this says one or more of your clans are moved to this territory. The owner must discard one action card or lose one of his clans from this territory. It's got a special thing.
Mountains. You can't move anything there.
What? No, you can.
Yeah, you can't move anything there. Now.
No.
So it's just a matter of putting something out there. You can't do anything. So you only take that if you're the chieftain during the assembly phase, right? So did you discard the card you played?
Yep.
That's my go.
It was to move one. I could move one character there, but
Yeah.
oh.
So what are the other lands then? Iron Mine.
Oh, it says place one clan there. Otherwise, place one clan in the capital. So I've got to put someone in the capital.
You want to place a clan in the mountains?
No, no. When one or more clans are moved to this territory, the owner must discard one action card or lose one of his clans from this territory.
Right, okay.
Oh, so I can do it,
Oh,
but I have to
thank
lose
you.
one of my green cards.
So you've got a new land as well, have you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
When you move one or more clans to the mountains, ignore the mountains territory effects. Yeah, so that's it. And
So I have to lose one of these.
unless you're the chieftain next round and you've got that card.
Okay, I discard a card. That one.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a new case now? Did you put your old case in?
Yeah, your case is in the bin,
Oh.
but it is the magnetic bit on it doesn't work.
Oh.
You've got a different location card there, Julie.
More.
Yeah.
This doesn't really work.
That's just one tiny little line that wasn't really that clear. It didn't specifically say do not add these to the setup.
Mhm.
At any time, look at the epic tale cards in one opponent's hand.
So also in winter, it did say each player may discard one action card to draw an epic tale card at the end of the assembly phase. It's up to you. You can do that now
I'm
if
not
you
going
want.
to do that. Oh,
No, I'm not going to do that either. So that's my go.
okay, no, I'll do that actually.
Did your mum had a go yet?
No, it's Gavin had a go and that's my go.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going anti-clockwise. So I'm going to play this one, the bard, and it says draw an epic tail card. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. You'll go, mummy.
So I don't get this cards yet then.
No, it's during the assembly phase.
Oh, okay. It's a very strange game.
I'll play this one. It's in a territory where you're present, place one clan.
Okay.
I want to fight with someone. It keeps running off. Traitor!
Well, it didn't go very well for me last time I did that, so Julius will go.
Place one sanctuary in a territory where you are present. Draw one epic tail card.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Oh, sanctuary, sorry.
Sanctimonious. Go on, Gav.
Choose one territory. Move one or more of your clan from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent territory. The Iron Mines. Arrgh.
I'm going to play this one, the druid. It says, look at the discarded action cards and add one to your hand.
So how do you add land mass to this?
You have to play a card that allows
Oh,
you to do
right,
it.
okay. Right. It's still card based, is that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
When you,
So if you can add a card to yours, have you got to discard one? Can you carry 5 then?
How do you mean?
Well, you said that you can look at the discarded.
I played the druid.
Oh, I see. Right. You're just replacing it with that.
Okay. Go on then. Like that.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Come on.
I know.
I mean, you get the iron mine now then.
no,
In the next round.
next round. Start next round.
So Gavin's already
Got through.
that's half of the way there.
Yes, epic win.
Somebody needs to stop him.
Oops.
Did your card allow you to play one of those then?
Yes. It was just a move card, that's all. Is it a 4-day strike, isn't it? Someone said?
4 days.
So when's this 28-day strike going to happen?
Well, saying 2 weeks in because they're too scared for 28 days. So they're saying 2 weeks in September maybe. But I don't want to talk about that live on air. For obvious reasons.
Right, I'll try this one. It's look at the action cards in one opponent's hands. So I'll look at Gavin's.
I haven't got any.
You haven't got
Why do you want to look at my cards anyway? It's a bit nosy.
I haven't got any.
Max card.
Can I change to somebody else then?
Yeah. How come you haven't got none?
Well, I have to discard one to get in here, that territory. And
I'll
I
look
just
at
play-
yours then.
Yeah,
You
what,
discard
obviously what you got to do.
one card.
Yes.
Then I can move one of my clans from one territory to an adjacent territory. Take that.
Does it say who's watching?
There you go.
Doesn't say who.
So I'll just move one of those to there.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, hope you're enjoying it.
All done.
Mark on it.
Haven't taken any of these, have you?
No, I don't take them, I just look.
Pilfering.
Well, both.
Yep.
Place one citadel in a territory where you are present. If that territory's advantage card yellow has not been played, add it to your hand, but I've already got it.
Get out.
Citadel, please.
Can I play the epic tale cards whenever I want?
If
Don't
it's
get
a
decided.
if it's a season card, a Triskel card's a reaction to something.
Oh, season cards got the two.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, it looks like a bra, but it's actually a tree.
Oh,
Oh, is that what it is?
It's a
Oh,
tree.
yes,
Right,
it's
okay, so
What would you say?
place one
It's like
clan
eyes. Trust
in
you.
a shared territory where you are present. Draw as many epic cards as there are players present in the territory.
Shared territory. What was the
Yeah.
definition of a shared territory again? I can't
When
remember.
someone else is in it.
Shared territory.
Obviously.
Yes. I just wanted to.
Place one clan in a shared territory where you're present. Draw as many epic cards as there are players. So 2 epic cards. Wait for it. And look at them. Give one of the epic cards to each of the players, including yourself. Does that mean I played this?
Yeah.
Where's it go? So I'm going to look at 2 and you can get 1.
Yeah, that's what? So you've got to put it. That's to the right of you.
No, just the people in it.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
you.
where's Matthew then?
Oh,
That's
oh, it's
not
you.
it.
Oh, what did you say with me?
Hang on. I got a fish.
I thought it was this one.
It's fine.
That's where he placed the other one, you see.
Kevin.
Not paying attention.
Sorry, I actually thought you were green as well,
I
Matthew.
can't do
He is
anything.
green.
That was excitement. Right.
So I get a bonus for sharing the territory.
Yeah.
I'll probably get the lousy one.
I bet they're both quite good.
Are these actually actual proper characters in Celtic?
Don't know till I look at them.
Because Matcher's Curse. I won't tell you what it is. But
Well, don't laugh too soon. 'Cause you might just end up getting your bottom spanked.
well, that's a tough one.
Shall I just pick one?
No,
You know,
tough, Margaret.
sort of lay them hidden down and
I'm
I
not
just
sure
pick
which
one.
one to do. I think I've got. Okay, go on. Play that one.
Oh, is it my go?
Yes, no card, no epic
Right.
card, boy.
So it says exchange one of your clans from a territory with one clan of an opponent from a different territory. This player's clan cannot be the last clan of a player in that territory. Right, so there's going to be a clash here and a clash here. So I don't think we should have a fight
Why is there going to be a clash here?
because Gavin's moved into that thing.
Doesn't mean to say there's a clash, does
Yeah,
it?
there's going to be a clash because he's moved in there. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do between you two after we've done this.
Alright.
Right? So, do you think, are we going to have a fight?
Yeah,
We're having a fight.
I want to fight because I'm bored.
Right.
Too tactical this game. I want to fight somebody.
Okay, so I'm the instigator and I'm going to attack Gavin. There's no sanctuary there, so you're going to have to either lose a clan or get rid of an action card. And you don't have any action cards, so you're going to have to lose your clan.
I don't get to fight you at
You
all.
haven't got the action cards, have you?
What?
Well, by moving him in there, you've just made him have 4
What?
things, haven't
No, 3.
you? Right.
Because he hasn't got any action cards to play.
You might have.
He hasn't. He hasn't.
Okay, can I play this one then?
What? Is it Driscoll?
No, it's not. It's a tree.
No.
Triskel.
Driscoll card. That's a reaction. See, because you
Did
haven't
you
really-
play a Triskel card?
No. I played an epic spell. Why do I keep saying that? Epic tail card.
And what was it? It was a tree, not a Triskel.
Yeah. It allowed me to exchange your one for my one. And then I instigate the scrap. You haven't got any defence.
Okay.
So, are we going to fight?
I don't want to fight. I'm a
Ooh.
peaceful person.
Well, I'm going to have a fight.
You can have a fight.
So you've either got to withdraw or get out.
Or just go into the
Ooh.
citadel.
There isn't
no
one.
citadel. So you've either got to get rid of an action
Oh.
card or take or remove it.
It says here, during a clash, when you are attacked,
Mm.
this is a Triskel card, the attack has no effect. Move one or more of your exposed clans to adjacent territories where you are the chieftain. These moves do not initiate clashes.
Okay. That's me done. Oh, this is evil, this game, isn't it? It's like...
I'm not quite getting it yet, but yeah.
So if you're attacked, you either have to get rid of your bloke or bloquette, or discard one of these. So these are this is your line of defence. The more of these useless cards you got, the better. Right. So because there was a clash here, you have got to decide whether you want to fight, and you were the instigator, right?
What now?
Mm.
Your mum didn't want to fight.
Well, that's up to them, isn't it?
I don't want to fight.
Did you want to
Well, I set us up.
Well, I can't win, can I?
You haven't got any action cards,
Yeah.
so no. Just call a truce.
Yeah, just leave it
But
at
you can
that.
get rid of me if you want.
You just jump into the citadel.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't want to fight now because I can't do anything about it.
She'll go, mummy.
Move one of your clans to any adjacent territory that does not initiate a clash. Oh, sorry. Oops.
try this?
Fight!
Try.
He noticed.
Doesn't initiate a clash.
What's it fun in there? Something to fight! Come on!
Let's go down. Each territory where you are present, you may place one clan for each citadel in that territory.
I want to know when we start building land. It doesn't seem to be getting
Just
anywhere.
put one down.
Are there any cards with that on then?
Yeah.
What cards are they on? What
Green.
cards is that?
Green.
Oh, is
I
there?
think there's one.
We haven't done any of them.
Got
All
one.
harbours.
Is that your go-to? You?
No.
I can't do anything.
Pass.
I haven't got any greens.
You can play those season cards or
Oh. Right,
No. Okay. No.
I'm going to play this one. It says choose one territory. You may move any number of your clans from territories adjacent to this chosen territory into it. And there's a clash symbol there, so I'm going to have a fight.
Determined to,
So
aren't
you
you?
have to either, I'm going to attack,
Mm.
because yeah, so you either have to dump him or get rid of one of your action cards.
This is a Triskel one. Can I use this?
You can dump him. Is it what does it say? Can you? It says during a clash.
Oh, it says, yeah, during clash.
Yeah.
Can I use that now?
If it says during a clash, yeah.
Yeah. After you have performed a, it's
Yeah.
after I've performed
You haven't performed a manoeuvre, have you?
an attack manoeuvre.
No. So you can either dump that card or get rid of him.
I'll move him back.
No, you either got to get rid of him or
Oh,
dump
right.
the card.
I'll get rid of that then. That.
So, what are you going to do? You're going to withdraw, attack, or play an epic manoeuvre.
I'll have to withdraw.
Go on.
I'll pass.
Judy.
I'm passing.
It says place one sanctuary in a territory where you are present and draw an epic tail card. On me?
I passed, didn't I?
Yeah, but you can still come in, I don't know.
No,
Give you the
I
option.
passed.
Yeah, but you can come in again if you.
Oh, coming?
Yeah. If something
Pass.
changes. Yeah. So you passing?
Yeah.
Add the action card that was set aside during the assembly phase into your hand. I wonder what it could be. Ooh. Okay, so it's this one. In the territory where you and the present and as one or more sanctuaries, place one of your clans and the festival token in there. Player who initiates a clash in their territory removes one of his clans from there. At the end of the season, remove the festival token. Right, okay. And finally, place two clans in any territories where you are present. Both clans can be placed either in the same territory or in different territories. Alright. And I'm going to pass, so that's the end of that. So, has any of these got to come back? So that will go away. What else is there? So, a chieftain of the capital becomes the Bren, so that's you, Gav. Check to see if anyone's won the game. So,
No, it says here, on the season, no more than 3 clans may be moved by any one card.
yeah, I haven't. Nope. So this will go to spring.
Boing.
Right, Gav, you want to... Right, so we take advantage cards, so I'll take the other on mine. Anyone
I'll
else?
take the mountain, don't I?
Yep.
Do I take the mountain? Just
Yep,
'cause I
so
got
now
one?
you're immune from the effects of the mountain. You've got the Misty Lands, Julius keeps that, and you keep the Lost Vale.
The player who has the least amount of cards in their hand places one clan in any territory where they are present. Well, no one's got the least
At
amount
the
of
end
cards.
of the assembly phase.
Well, we all have the same, won't we?
Well, not...
What cards are we
yeah,
talking about?
It's these cards as well.
Oh, all the cards.
All
That,
the cards. Yeah,
what, these epics, everything.
yeah,
Okay.
everything.
Alright.
Alright, so Gav, do you want to toss?
Same. Same? Yeah, same.
Toss is awful.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sit in a different place next time. Right, so we shuffle the action cards, set aside one face down, and deal 4 cards to each player, and then we draw for the next round.
Blah, blah,
Nobody's a pretender, are they?
What?
Well,
blah.
nobody's.
No, not even close. You just dish them out, all out if you.
You got 3.
Right, so keep one.
It would be nice to keep that one as well, but I'm not going
Keep one pass through.
Well, how many was we meant to choose then?
Keep.
One. One at a time.
Yeah, keep 2. Then you keep 3. Okay, round 3.
How many citadels can you have in an area?
1.
One. There's 2 in there. Oh, that's
Sanctuaries. So anyway,
There's 1 sanctuary.
oh no. You have as many citadels as you want. Is it 1 sanctuary per thing? I don't know. Did I read somewhere that I can't find it. Is it 1 sanctuary per thing? I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? I'm sure I read somewhere that it was 1 citadel. It's not 1 citadel per thing, is it?
What's a pretender marker?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. So, Gabs, you'll go.
What does it do again? So can you remind me?
What's that?
The pretender marker.
When you've fulfilled your victory condition, then you take a pretender marker, and then you have to keep hold of. It's up to everyone else to remove to stop you from winning by the end of the round. So if you've got one of these, you're still in possession of it by the end of the round. You win the game.
Right.
Right, but if somebody else has got one, then unless you're the Bren, then
Well, it's got season phase.
Yeah.
Each player can do one of the following, so you can take one of those without passing or using one of these, can't you?
only if you've fulfilled one of the victory conditions.
Place 2 clans in any territory that you're present.
Doesn't say anything
Yeah,
about
well, you can only take one of them unless you're pretending to be the winner. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What?
Well, I just wondered why it didn't mention that.
Well, it won't on the cheat sheet.
Right.
In the rules, it says that if you fulfil, say, if you've got 6, you occupy 6 regions, then you will take one of them because you fulfilled one of the victory conditions, and that will be one of your actions.
Right.
Yeah.
Place 2 clans in any territory that you are present. Both clans can be placed either in the same territory or a different territory. Put one there, one there.
Right. You're immune.
I'm immune to the mountain, yes.
So I'm going to play this. It says there's a Triskel. When an opponent plays an action card, ignore the effect on the action card just played and discard it. So get 8. Get 8.
What, him?
Or whatever you just did. Take it back.
Both of them?
That was a Triskel.
Very nice, isn't it?
So it's kind of nasty, isn't it? Choose one territory. You may move any number of your clans from territories adjacent to this chosen territory into it. Oh, sorry, I meant to do that one.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a clash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attack.
Boring.
So Gav, what do you want to do? Do you want to get rid of him, or do you want to discard a card?
Look at him.
Oh, okay. He comes back out.
Come out, hiding.
So, Mum, it's your go.
Mm.
Oh, it says when you perform an attack manoeuvre, the attack player must both remove one exposed clan and discard one action card.
This is nasty.
Oh, that's in the Iron Mine, though, isn't it? I would imagine it is, yeah. So that doesn't count. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that is the Iron Mine card.
That's is that in the Iron Mine? I would imagine it is.
It doesn't say that though, does it? It just says when you perform an attack manoeuvre.
Yeah.
So I would say...
So that just means in combat when you attack somebody, they lose a card in the clan.
Right,
Sorry,
so he was there,
Yep.
and I moved. So when you move, I've got to move one clan member,
When I perform an attack manoeuvre,
which you did.
the attack player must both remove one exposed clan. It's
Yeah.
not exposed though, is it? 'Cause you moved into the citadel. So he would go in there, so you get the option of doing that first.
So I'll put him in there.
Yeah.
He gets
He
removed.
gets removed, and then you've got to remove, discard a card. So I'm assuming that the Iron Mine produces more weapons for you.
What's
doesn't
that on your Iron Mine?
it? When you perform an attack manoeuvre, you've got to remove an exposed clan, discard a card.
So that only happens when it's on the Iron Mine.
No, whenever. Because you're mining for iron.
Oh, I
It
see.
makes you forge more weapons.
Mm.
I feel really bad.
You say you should.
Right, Mummy, it's your go.
Yeah, build a sanctuary in a territory where you're present and draw one epic tower card.
Oh, he gets moved out then.
Up in there. And there's an epic tower. Thank you.
Oh, really? She's nice and quiet in the corner, so I'm just waiting for her to pounce like a cat.
Just a girl.
Move one of your clans to any adjacent territory. This does not initiate a clash.
Oh,
Well, if we're going to play dirty, Matthew,
dirty.
choose an opponent with 2 or
Fighting,
more clans in
fighting.
his territory and place one of his clans with one of yours.
No,
Here we go. He always
No.
questions it,
Yes.
doesn't he?
because you need to replace it from somebody else's territory. From one of
What?
your That's what it says,
Why?
isn't it? You don't take it from the pool.
No, it just says choose an opponent with 2 or more clans in his territory and replace one of his clans with one of yours. It doesn't say you have to take it from the territory.
Replace.
It doesn't say take it from one territory, does it? It doesn't say take it from the pool either. So.
Well, it's a pain in the neck, isn't it? There's so many different things. It's alright.
I don't think the English is very good on this, is it? Is it an English game or is it?
French.
Oh.
No, there you go. Bad translation.
All clans available. Am I able to use new alliance B option and remove 2 enemy clans with essentially even though clans available in the place? Right, so they're saying here that you do take it from your pool and not from another region. Right, okay. Is that that?
That doesn't make that very clear, does it?
Yeah, you've
No.
got to take that off and I've replaced it
Yeah.
with one.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I suppose you could, if you wanted to, take it from here if you wanted.
No,
You could take it from here or here.
Well, at least we know now, don't we?
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's the trouble with card games, isn't it? When you've got actions on the cards, it's like not 100% clear what you're going to do.
should be all in the rule book, shouldn't it? Not
Mm.
having to look on your phone for.
Exactly. I know.
My go. So I'm going to play the druid, and it says look at the discarded action cards and add one to your hand. So I'm going to have that one that Gavin just played. Bum, bum, bum. Me.
Oh, sorry. I'm in another zone.
And buy you some things that you put round your neck. What are they called? Glasses, things.
I know, I used to have one of those, yeah.
What are
Hang on
called?
neck.
What are they called?
Pince
What was I
nez.
going to do?
What?
Hang on. I was
You
gonna
got
do
your
something.
glasses and you keep
Oh
them
yeah,
round your
play
neck.
this one.
String.
Oh, yeah, they're like-
Okay. Draw and place a new territory. At last.
It's going to be an island.
I hope not. Each
I did shuffle.
player present in a shared territory of your choice.
Oh, hang on. With spring on it, at the end of the assembly, player who has the least amount of cards in their hand places one clan in a territory where they're present.
We don't know who had
Oh, it's
it.
a bit late now, isn't it?
We don't know who the least.
No, I'm not that.
Right, can I, draw and place a new territory.
Yep.
Each player present in a shared territory of your choice, beginning with the next player in turn order, may move one or more of his clans from the chosen territory to the new territory.
Right.
These moves do not initiate clashes.
Right.
Take the advantage card of the new territory. So I get the advantage card of new territory, don't I?
Let's take the top card of that.
Please let it be an island.
It's going to be an island. It isn't an
Oh.
island.
What is it?
In a Sardona. I thought you said you shuffled these.
Yeah, we did.
I've reshuffled them. We have
Right.
to shuffle the
So
islands.
it goes
over.
there.
Yeah.
So where do you want the harbour to go?
Well, what's the
Doesn't
advantage of the harbour?
matter. Doesn't matter, does it?
Just means that it's always got to be exposed to the sea.
Hmm. Yeah.
Where do you want it?
You can't join this with anything, can you? 'Cause it
That's
doesn't.
what I don't understand. It's like
It doesn't make
they're
sense.
saying that you can't have anything adjacent to it, but yet in the picture it clearly shows you that you
Doesn't make sense.
no.
Mm.
Let me
It's bizarre.
just let me read that
Yeah.
again.
I need to really.
So just why make it a jigsaw puzzle piece if that's the case?
I want to know how you're meant to get onto the island as
Well,
well.
you can't if there's only one.
Well, if there's no harbour here, you can't move on there,
Yeah, but
can you?
even if there's two, you can't.
When players discover an island, he places it on a player which represents a sea touching no other territory, which is that. An island can never be adjacent to any other territory. Such a way that it says, look, if possible, place the harbour tile in a way that it touches no other territory. Not in a sense that this doesn't touch the territory,
It's
it's
the harbour.
the harbour bit.
So the island could be joined to anything.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, the island can't.
But it's joined there.
If possible. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. 3 possible spots. That doesn't make sense. What? When players place a harbour tile on a territory, no. When a player discovers an island, he places it on the play area which represents the sea, touching no other territory. An island can never be adjacent to any other territory. So how are you meant to get onto it then? Placement rule takes...
Let's
Is
get that
there-
one out.
Is there a base where it's just sea and you can put it on that?
No.
Should we choose not one?
No. I'll get it
But we
sorted
threw
out.
that one back in, didn't we? Because
Yeah, but I want to know what the...
Mushroom's got something.
it's just bonkers
Shut the
because
door.
Close it, then you'll close this. Near mushroom around.
I don't get it. There's no...
there's nothing on there about
No,
it.
there's nothing on it. It just says it can't touch anything else. Well, how are you meant to get onto it then?
You can't, because there's no harbour. Is there a card that allows you to move to any territory? There isn't, is there?
No. But they show it being joined there, look.
No, here.
Ah,
See, look, this is an island, but it's joined.
yeah.
Go, can you push that
Other-
door too? So I don't know. if
It's joined to other
mushroom's
islands.
out there. There's something. See. There's something
When
mushroom
a player
around it.
discovers an island, he places it on a player which represents the sea, touching no other territory. It can never be adjacent to any other territory. So how are you meant to...
Can I have a read of it?
What a stupid...
Well, why don't we just play without the islands this time till you know? Yeah?
Get rid of the island.
Just
Is
get
that
rid of
it?
the islands for now,
Yeah.
and once we sort it
Is
out.
that the expansion?
Island, yeah.
You've got an island on the board though, Gav.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
some of the
No.
cards refer to islands, don't they? That's the thing.
Isn't that an island?
No, that's not an island.
We'll just say that we haven't found the islands if the card comes up with an island.
So has someone got this one up?
Yeah.
The next one?
Where are you placing it then? It's got to be
right.
where?
Who's
The
that?
salt mine.
Oh,
What
right.
was your card?
What do you mean?
It was an epic tail card, wasn't it? No.
That's the druid card.
Where was your card you played, Margaret?
It was, well, I haven't got it now. I must have passed it over.
Is it a green card?
No, it was a brown card, I think. Hang on.
You've got 4 cards there, so it should...
I've got
should-
3 here. Because I've played one, haven't I? 'Cause
What's that
it was a
card
sanctuary one. That one I haven't played.
called? Oh.
It was definitely a brown card.
Not green card.
No, it's brown.
That's this one.
It was,
Add the action card that was set aside. It can't be because that's mine.
it's not this one, is it?
No, it's just in my hand.
Just read it. This
What?
one, the brown one.
Alright.
That's it.
Draw and place a new territory, each player present in a shared territory of your choice. Beginning with the next player in turn, or they may move one or more of their clans from the chosen territory to the new territory. These moves do not initiate classes, take the advantage cards of the new territory. Right, so you place it, you see, draw and place it.
Mm. Pop it there then.
Right, so each player in a shared territory of your choice, beginning with the next player in turn order, may move one or more of his clans from the chosen territory to the new territory without involving a clash.
Shared territory
Mm.
then.
So that'll be this one and this one
Mm.
in turn order. So Julie, do you want to move from there to here?
No, right.
Gav, do you want to move from there to there?
Orange, no.
Mummy, do you want to move from
I'll
here
move
to
one.
here? Okay, and then you take the advantage card for the salt mine, right?
You say adjacent
Yeah.
territory. It wouldn't be that one, would it? It'd be this one.
What?
That's not adjacent,
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
that one.
It's adjacent.
This one.
No, that's the new territory.
Adjacent to this.
Yeah, that's not adjacent, is it? Not next to it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you pointed to this one.
No, this one. Did you want to move into that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you did point that one.
No, I meant that one.
Hmm.
Salt mine.
It's got any new rules though, doesn't it?
Last card, so that
It's
goes
a
there.
white
You
quest.
take that, don't you?
Okay. Do you want to take that back then?
Yeah.
Try and find out what they're on about.
That's really unclear, isn't it? So all you'll be able to do is move from island to island.
Well, that's.
Well, then why have they got a
how can
picture
you
there
do
of
that?
an island being adjacent to something?
That's right. That doesn't make sense.
See what I mean? Don't know.
No, I think what they mean is you just can't block the harbour.
It says it can't be adjacent to anything, so what? You can't place it adjacent to anything.
No, I think what they mean is like if you where's the island one?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they mean is that you can put it there. Safe, right? Is that what, Paul?
Yeah, that's adjacent then, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have to assume that you can because the picture says you can. Otherwise, you'd never be able to get on the island, would you? So what they mean is you can have that there, and you can have that, and then you put the harbour on there, but you can never block the harbour. I think it's just badly worded.
But that's adjacent, isn't it? It's adjacent to this one and this one.
Yeah, but that's the only way you can do it.
I'll just play with that the height.
It
the
just
island.
doesn't make
Play
sense.
it
does
till you
it?
find out. It
Yeah.
must be there.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. Right. Whose go is it?
not going.
Margaret's
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Just wish things were clear because
Mm.
the game's not complicated, but they just complicate matters with stupid explanations.
In each territory where you are present, you may place one clan for each citadel in that territory. Is that citadel?
Yeah. What?
No clashes.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose
There's
no.
no
There's no
clash.
clashes because there's no
Okay.
symbol.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I mean, if it says the rules say that if you move into a territory, you can initiate a clash. But one more clash. Oh, there's a reminder. Cars that initiate a clash show this symbol into the top right corner.
So you don't fight.
Clash occurs when one or more clans are moved in territory when opposing clans are also present. Also, some card effects cause clashes to occur. Right, so you could have a clash if you wanted. Julie. It's up to you.
No, I won't.
Well, internal orders. Gabby, did you want to clash with Julie?
Nope.
Maybe I do. No. No, I don't. Gabby, you'll go. Oh. Yes, I do. I do wish to attack Julie. So Julie, what are you going to do? You're going to remove. Oh, so it says when I perform an attack manoeuvre, the attacked player must both remove one exposed clan and discard an action card.
I'll play that.
What is it?
It's during a clash when one of your clans is removed. Place this card face up in front of you. Place all your clans removed during this clash, including the clan just removed, on this card. At the end of the clash, return up to 3 of these clans to their previous territory and discard this card.
Okay. Well, no.
You can find that out. But you have to discard the card.
Yeah.
No, you put that on the territory. You put that, the thing that's been removed, on there. So did you want to put one in there?
Yeah.
Right. So put the thing that was just removed on the card. No, not that. The one that's removed. Yeah. Now it's your go. What do you want to do? Do you want to withdraw, or do you want to attack? or do you want to play an epic manoeuvre?
Am I doing?
You can either attack, you can either withdraw, or you can play an epic manoeuvre.
What's an epic manoeuvre?
Well, but if you've got an epic card, it tells you with the manoeuvre on it.
No,
Exactly. So you can either attack or withdraw.
Draw.
Well, so you have to go here.
Right.
Right. Well, so that goes back in.
This goes back.
Then you discard that card. Right. Gavin.
No. Not gonna do it.
Pass. So it says, choose a territory where you are present. Choose an opponent with 2 or more clans in this territory, and place one of his clans with one of yours.
You're not passing?
No.
Oh.
Gavin or Judy? Gavin or Judy?
She's got a lot of people, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mummy.
Exchange the capital with the citadel from a shared territory where there is at least one sanctuary. So does that mean the capital moves?
Do you want to say that again? Exchange the capital.
With the citadel from a shared territory where there is at least one sanctuary.
Ow.
Oh my dear.
What's the main
No,
one do
not
then?
yet.
What's the
Not
main
yet.
one do then?
What?
What's the main one
It
do?
means that if you're the chieftain in the capital, you become the Bren. Which will go.
Place one citadel in a territory where you are present. If that territory's advantage card yellow has not been played, add it to your hand. What does that mean?
You put a citadel there and take the salt mine.
Mm.
Or here. Has that been played?
I've got it.
So you can take, you go there or there.
What does the salt mine do?
Yeah, you could take that one.
Or this one.
Yeah,
Or
I've
that
got
one.
a citadel there.
Hmm.
You've got a citadel there.
No, if that territory has not been played, add it to your hand.
Mm.
It has been played because it's on the table.
No, if it's been turned, played as an action.
There's a citadel there.
What's the
What's
salt
the
mine do?
benefit? What's the benefit of Gavin's?
I don't know.
Add one clan from a territory adjacent to the Lost Vale into it. This move does not initiate a clash.
Hmm.
I want to put a citadel there.
Right, so you put a citadel there,
Take the salt
you
mine.
take
do
the
it?
salt mine
I
card.
don't know what the salt mine does.
It's not much really.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Mm.
Gavin?
Well, you can't really do anything. Well, I'll play this. Choose one territory. Move one or more of your clans from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent territories. So I'm moving that.
Draw an epic tail card.
I got it. o'clock.
Tom, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had quite a few boo-boos in there, haven't we? Boo-boos.
In a territory both where you're present and that has one or more sanctuaries, place one of your clans as a festival token, wherever that is.
One or more sanctuaries.
So one or more. So it's got one.
There's
in
no
it.
sanctuary.
Oh,
in there.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought.
so-
I thought it was this. No, forget it. Doesn't matter. I won't do that one. I misread that one. Do that one then.
You're getting on. Ruger.
I'm going to discard that and have an epic tarot card. So that goes the green one.
Reminds me of Eric the Viking when you say epic.
Yeah, I never did finish that game, Matthew.
Bear sinews.
You sold it. Yeah.
You can
Epic Tale.
play it on a web browser.
Julie?
You can.
Just says discard one card if able. I ain't got no cards. Then draw one epic card. Epic Tale card.
I can't go.
You can't go. Maybe some grapes or prunes might help. I'm going to pass. Well, actually, it says after an action card has been resolved, add that action card to your hand. I'll have that one. And it says discard one card if able, then draw one epic tale card.
Put that on top there.
This
Yeah.
is a stupid
Did you have a look?
Yes.
ridiculous card. A silly, silly, silly card.
Okay. You playing a card?
Is it my turn again?
Yeah.
Alright. I've done that one, haven't I? So turn that over. That's
Get more locations out on the board.
well, I do this one then. In a territory where you're present, the sanctuary thing. And that's one or more sanctuaries. Place one of your clan and a festival token there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that do?
That's what you had on the iron mine, wasn't it?
At the end of the season, remove the festival token. But why do you need a festival token? What's it for?
So look,
It must say on the card.
It doesn't. It just doesn't say anything about this festival token.
Maybe they're just holding a festival there.
right, so the player who initiates a clash in that territory removes one of his clans from there.
Mm.
At the end of so because you're having a festival.
Oh, so if somebody initiates,
a clash,
right,
they remove one
one
of
of
their
their,
things.
right, okay,
Right.
I've got you now.
I play this card, even though I just got it. Draw and place a new territory.
Oh,
Then move one of your clans to this territory. Then you may again draw a place a new territory
wow.
and move the same clan to this new territory. Then you may do it a third time.
What? 3 territories.
Wow.
That's the island. See, that's the island card. That's how you can do it. That's how you can move on to the island, isn't it?
This is a territory.
Yeah, that's how you get on the islands.
Right, okay.
Maybe it's only
Mm.
epic cards that you can get.
Still need to work that one out.
Yeah, it's
Why,
not clear,
what
is
in
it?
the book do they say? That's just start.
So it's up to you, Julie. You can do it.
Do
Yeah.
3 territories then.
You can do
Makes it
one.
more
You don't have to do
interesting, doesn't it?
three.
Oh, it is, sorry.
Yeah.
No, it gets more on the board then.
More interesting.
A forest.
No.
Does that mean you get all the action cards?
No.
I don't know.
Well, if you withdraw 3 G, you get the 6
Well,
territories.
So you can place a clan onto that territory.
Oh, one
yeah,
of these.
Yeah. You can do it again, but you can only move the same clan that you just placed.
Right.
Right.
What's that one?
Shall I move that out of the way? Where are you going to put it?
The meadows.
Meadows.
Forest and the meadows. Meadows.
And a swamp.
Shawamp! What's the special rule?
Let's have a look at this.
Citadels cannot be placed in this territory.
For obvious reasons.
Mm. That one's not bad. Did you want to keep that over your side? We're getting a bit cramped over here.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah, you keep that one there.
Then on it, I don't know if this. It says after you play a season card, which that was.
No,
wasn't it?
that wasn't
We're
the
still in,
season
we're
card.
still in spring, are we?
Had that icon on it though.
We're still in
Must be,
spring.
yeah.
So,
Had that icon on it though.
so
Season card.
after yeah,
Was that a season card?
that was a epic tail card.
No. Oh, it's just that it had that icon on it. Oh, that's all.
What?
That little bow icon that's on that card.
Hmm?
On
Oh
that
yeah,
epic
sorry,
card.
yeah. That's a season card, yeah.
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 It's after you play a season card,
Mm.
to randomly take one action card green from an opponent, then give that player one of your action cards, but I haven't got no action cards.
No, so don't play it then.
Oh, okay. I just can't take
I can't
No.
move.
green.
So did you want to move that to there?
The swamp's a bit useless, isn't it?
Well, no, not if you want to. She thing is, Julie could spread out
Mm.
over there now and win the game.
Mm.
Because we've got to try and get there now.
Mm.
Stop her winning. I'm passing.
It's changed the game a lot. Right, I'm passing. Mm.
That was Matt saying, sitting over there nice and quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm still not sure about the islands. It doesn't really make far sense, does it?
Does that mean I don't get the meadows then?
Not now. If you're,
Yeah.
if you're still in
Oh.
control of it by the next assembly phase.
Well, I'm assuming she could have moved that character onto an island, which makes it unreachable for anybody else.
Mm.
So nobody could ever ever get it.
Unless you draw another one of these that puts another island onto the board, and then you can move from island to island.
Yes.
But how do you?
But that would be one way of getting on an island.
Hmm.
And you're untouchable almost, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or maybe
So you
that's-
could that could win you the game. Nobody else could get on there.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
That's stupid.
I've got 3 tiles.
But that is dumb
There must be a way around it.
because it all depends on. I mean, there's a big old stack of these. That if that comes out at the right time, then
You win.
that's it.
I pass.
Nobody else can get you. So it's
Who
just
are you passing?
Pass.
pass,
Yeah, I'm
pass, pass,
passing.
pass, pass. Right. So everyone's passed. These get flipped back if you're still in control of them. So the chieftain of the capital becomes the new Bren.
You get that one.
Right. So
But
I've
your
got
mum not get it then?
Oh, no.
That's
What's
what
this
it
Oh,
says.
then?
it is. Oh, it's changed, isn't it? So that's you get
You
that.
better pull that.
No, I get no. I get no. I get that one. You get that one.
You better go. Oh.
You've got the mountains.
I got the mountains.
You've got the moor,
I've got more.
And she's
on
got
salt.
the meadows.
the meadows, salt
Yeah.
mine.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you don't get the salt mine
Because
because it's a draw. So you put the salt mine back.
Sorry?
Put the salt mine back.
What's that?
It's just a draw.
Oh, right.
You get the meadows. So Julie is chieftain in.
A coin.
I don't know how to do it.
She's chief,
Oh,
no,
you do it.
Julie's
Yeah,
only
you
chieftain.
do it.
She's present in 1, 2, 3, 4 territories.
Mm.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a she.
No, it's the wrong
Oh.
one. It's that one.
What's this? Oh, this shows that I'm the Bren, right? It's
Hey, going the other way.
clockwise.
Hey. McNaught.
Right, so have these. Anyone got any of these green cards left over? So that one. Right.
So what are we on now? Summer.
Summer.
Yeah.
We have to read into the assembly. Make sure we remember. Because there's lots of
Go
things on it.
The player having clans present in the most shared territories chooses a shared territory where they are present and selects one of the following. So we'll do that when
I'm
we
in
get to
2.
stage 7.
I'm in 2 shared territories.
1.
Matthew's in 1. Julie's in 2. Margaret's in 1. No, Margaret's in
In
2
case of
as
a
well.
tie, each tie player benefits from this effect.
Mm.
Right?
But if all players are tied, nothing is gained. But we're not all tied, are we?
And during their turn, as their season option, a player may discard one action card and move up to 3 of their clans from one territory to an adjacent territory. So it's a season option.
So this is a what do you call it, card?
What?
And it says
No, we're not ready yet.
Wait for it.
at the start of the assembly phase.
We're not ready yet.
Oh, right,
There you
okay.
go. Wait for it, Margaret.
Well, I wasn't quite sure if he was ready.
When do you do the season one?
As their season option. So that's as an action.
Right.
Right, during their turn, as their season option, the player may discard one action card and move up to 3 of their clans from one territory to an adjacent territory. So I don't know if you could say, can you do that once or just as many times as you want? I suppose as many times as you want.
Yeah, doesn't say once, does it?
Yeah.
This is the start of the
No.
assembly.
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh no, that was before. So it's the chieftain in the capital city becomes the Bren. So that's already gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry? Did your mum miss something?
The start of the assembly phase was when the chieftain becomes when you change the Bren.
Yeah, but Margaret didn't know that.
It's on the.
Well, I
thing.
thought the assembly was when you started doing the cards.
We're going to do that then.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't know the rules, do we?
Choose the action card to be set aside for the assembly phase. At the end of this phase, add the action card to your hand. Then set aside one action card from your hand. That's why I said it right at the beginning. You
No,
told
you
me
didn't.
to shut
You said it
up.
after I.
No,
so
you were
we go.
still shuffling when
Right.
I mentioned it.
Choose your card.
Okay,
That one.
just turn that one upside down. There you go.
Does that get discarded now, that card?
Yeah, I'm just checking because there's some instructions on it.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
So at the end of the phase, I add that to my hand, but I've got to discard one of mine.
Don't have to work. 2, Choose action. At the end of the phase, add the action card to your hand and set aside one action card from your hand. Yeah, so once you've done the drafting phase, then
I exchange it
get
basically.
you get rid of that for this.
Yeah, one of those for that one. Okay.
Right, choose one, pass one.
Oh, is it how many? One.
One.
Just
Yeah.
keep one every time.
Speeding up a little bit.
I think because you've got more land as well, you've got to think a bit,
Open things up
bit
a little
more,
bit.
haven't you? Yeah. What's the time? Oh, it's not too bad, is it?
Right, you're the Bren, so you go first.
So I go first. Okay. Oh, I've got to replace one of mine with that, haven't I?
Oh, and remember, the player having clans present in the most shared territories chooses a shared territory where they are present and selects one of the following options.
Yeah.
So, who has the most shared territory?
3 of us have.
Right.
I'll get rid of that one.
Right, so you can, I suppose, in turn order. So, Mother, you can either place a clan in the chosen territory, place a sanctuary in the chosen territory, place a citadel in the chosen territory, or place one new territory.
So I could place one.
You can, each player may move one clan from the chosen territory to the new territory.
So should we have another territory?
It's up to you, it's your turn. It's your
Yeah,
pick.
we'll have another territory then. Make it a bit more interesting. Dun, dun, dun.
Island.
Move it over.
Haven. Are we doing Highlands then? I
No,
thought we were
we're
ditching
not
them.
doing
Doing islands.
Yeah.
Not doing islands.
So you move it over a little bit.
Oh, that's an island as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many islands are there?
Lincoln Islands. That's an island as well. Oh, for goodness sake.
I did shuffle them.
They must join up. We've got so many.
Like the Highlands.
The
They're not
Healands.
necessarily islands with
The
the writing.
Healands.
Some of the writings are like the mountain. No, the box one is, but are they all boxes?
Yeah, boxes, yeah. Was that the
The Highlands.
Highlands?
The Healands.
Cool.
You've got to find out. There's too many islands for them. You can't have them scattered round the edges, can you? That's just daft.
Right, so Julie, what do you want to do? Which option do you want?
So, what does it say about that? Each player may move one clan from the chosen territory to the new territory. These moves do not initiate clashes. So we can, if we want to, we could put one in the new territory, can't we?
I can't do that. So which territory is this one? So do you want to move one?
What's the new one? That's what it says. Oh, it must be adjacent to chosen territory, if that's a political. Each player may move one clan from the chosen territory
to
choose a new territory. These moves do not initiate clashes.
must be adjacent. So you've got to place this one adjacent to your shared territory. So it has to be here.
What about this one? The shared?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
So does that mean I can only move him to there?
Mhm.
I can't move that one to there?
If it was over there, you could, 'cause it'd be adjacent.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be from the chosen territory to the new one.
So shall I move it over there then? Or is that a pain in the neck?
It's up to you.
But you could move it here.
Just
No, but it has to be. If you're choosing that one, it's up to you.
Does this mean everybody gets to choose one
Julie
of
will be able
these?
to do it now, yeah.
Julie could be able to
Hmm.
put something there then, if she
Yeah.
wants to.
But you can only move, if you're choosing this one, you can only move that one. But if you put it here, then you can choose to move one from there to there.
I'll move that there then.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So we're going to have to go long ways eventually, aren't we?
Right, Julie, what do you want to do?
Do I take that or does that come later?
Assembly phase.
Okay.
So you could place a clan in that territory.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Okay, I can leave that on there. What's that?
That's not a shared territory, girl.
Probably shared.
Mm.
You put one in
Probably
there. It's the only shared one you've got in that.
I'll put it there then.
Okay. Ooh, is that me?
What?
I can't do it, can I? So it's
No,
not.
you didn't have tide at the beginning of it.
Okay.
Okay. Are we on to the game?
Yes, mother's going.
Sure?
Right,
So as your season option, you may discard one action card to move 3 of your clans from one territory to one adjacent territory. Does that mean you can do it? I suppose you can only do it once, can't you?
No.
More than
Tell me
once.
if you want. It doesn't say that. It doesn't
Mm.
say once. But you have to use an action card, remember. So
Right, okay.
you've got to...
Yeah. Okay.
so it's my turn now.
Yep.
I'll place a sanctuary in a territory where you're present. There, and draw one epic tale card.
I enjoyed that.
Julie.
Choose one territory, move.
Oh, want me to go another way?
No.
We're going clockwise.
There we are.
Clockwise. Get off. Get off my land.
Place 2 clans in the territories where you are present. Both clans can be placed in either or other.
Anything else happen?
No.
Okay.
Hang on.
What?
Is there a clash there?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
The clash is instigated.
If it says on the card,
No, that's also clash. The clash occurs when one or more clans are moved to a territory where opposing clans are already present. I'm going to have a scrap with Gav.
right, I'll leave him there.
What you going to do? You can either attack. I'm going to attack. So you need to either remove him or discard a card.
Was that a Triskel card?
A green card.
Yeah, but green cards can be Triskel.
Either or.
No, it was a... That's a normal card, no? That's not a Triskel card.
What?
That is a normal tree card.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does because of the cards I can play.
No, I'm attacking you.
Yes, and I might have a card that can nullify whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
I can't because it's a Triskel card, not a tree card.
Yeah, but I'm attacking you, so you either got to withdraw that, get rid of that bloke, or
Hmm.
discard a green card.
During the clash with you involved, after a manoeuvre is performed, which you did, place one.
After you performed a manoeuvre.
No,
Or
it
a
says
manoeuvre.
after
Oh,
a
okay.
manoeuvre is performed. Place one exposed
Okay.
clan in this territory and choose who performs the next manoeuvre.
Right, okay.
What does that mean?
So you've got to get rid of your bloke, right, or discard an action card, and then you can put one thing in there, and then you decide who performs the next manoeuvre, which is obviously going to be you, or Julie, or me.
Well, what's the point of me doing it?
You can, we can agree to. You can withdraw, but if you decide to do it, then you can either attack, withdraw, or play an epic doodah.
I can do that then. I'll just leave them in there.
Yep. So what do you want to do? Do you want a truce or
Do you want trees? I have a trees.
no?
You don't want trees.
So do you want to attack, withdraw, or play an epic manoeuvre?
Well, I can't attack you. You're attacking me.
No, you're attacking me now. Well, it's up to you. You can either attack or withdraw. The clash hasn't ended, has it? So that's the options you've
Well,
got.
I'll attack you to get rid of one of your men. Then.
Right, okay.
You have to get rid of a card of one of your men.
Go with that one. Okay, so I'll attack you, Gav. So, right.
Does he go there or is he?
Oh, hang on. Also, when you perform an attack manoeuvre, the attack player must. Well, I didn't do that at the time, so that's going back in it. It's your go, mummy.
That's nice. Gav's going clockwise.
Right, I'm going to play that. Place
Bench.
the Menchir curse token in the territory of your choice. Is that one, I guess? Clans cannot move out of this territory that contain the token. At the end of the season, remove the token.
Oh,
So none of those can move.
Gavin.
Well, ram it.
Beast.
And
And. That's it. It's an action.
after you play, wait, you have to leave that there until the end of the go, so we know that.
So can people go in there, but you can't
yeah,
go
can't
out?
get out.
After you played an epic card, which I've just done,
Mm.
instead of discarding it, give it to another player
Just don't want to do
and
that.
gain one deed.
Ooh.
Don't do it, Gav.
So I'm going to gain a deed.
Give it to me. I'm trying to help you here.
Give it to
Ooh.
me.
Give it to me.
I'm trying to help
Pretty please.
you.
Pretty please.
Help me.
No.
Pretty
Yeah, but I want a deed card.
Pretty
You-
That's this card, isn't it?
Oh, you're gonna. Julie's just gonna
Thank you.
spread out over
I'm
there
not
now.
going to give it to Julie, am I?
You should have put it here.
No, I didn't.
Thank you.
So Margaret can do it, can't she?
She won't. She'll punish me 'cause she hates me.
I remember that when I'm writing my
So I've got to get rid of that because I played it, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've got a deed card now.
Right.
A deed thingy, whatever you
a
want.
deed.
A deed.
A deed.
Deed.
A deed.
Adidas.
Right, Julie.
Choose one territory, move one or more of your clans from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent
What
spaces.
did I say?
Does that mean one or more adjacent? Is that adjacent and that is adjacent?
What does it say?
Choose one territory,
Hmm.
move one or more of your clans from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent territories.
No, that wouldn't have been adjacent when you moved them from there. There would have had to been people in there already. Otherwise you're sort of leapfrogging it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You need a dictionary, don't you, really?
So if I play this, I've got to pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's never out of
always
the game.
It's always in play.
Ah,
So it's a way of sort of going,
I see.
take that.
Hmm.
Well, it's in play until the end of the
The
season.
trouble is, if you're the fourth player who had it, you're like, do I give it
Yeah,
to
but
you?
it just keeps going during the rounds, doesn't
Mm.
it? All through the game now. I mean, I
Yeah.
could let it sit there forever, couldn't I, if I wanted to?
We could do. No, it goes away at the end of the round.
Oh, right, okay.
If you're lucky enough to be the next player that starts the round, then you could put it in there
Oh.
again.
Ah,
It's going vicious. Isn't it?
hmm. See, islands that baffle me.
Oh, I
Margaret,
don't know,
Margaret,
yeah.
you go?
I'm still trying to work it out. Is it my go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm completely lost now. It's getting harder.
After a hoo-ha.
I just wonder if we're going to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you've got a card that lets you move into another territory, and that's the end of the matter.
No, we've got to the end of
Me?
the turn to sort it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Margaret can still play that card and stop her moving in.
Yeah, but not.
What?
Not until the banshee's out of that territory.
This one.
Yeah. Someone's going to have to move into here.
Don't need to go up for me.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Don't.
Yes, we do.
I'll just go.
Yeah, if someone moves into here, she's just going to move.
Gavin, it's your fault. And Banshee. I was going to destroy. That's what I was going to do.
Never trust the quiet one.
No,
I can't take it back, Matthew.
I know.
And it's getting late anyway.
What are we doing?
Right, that will only have a good old bitch afterwards.
Sometimes that's just the way that the tiles fall, isn't it?
I'll use this one. On each territory where you are present,
Mm.
you may place one clan for each citadel in that territory.
Right.
So it's 3, isn't it?
Okay, so look at the discarded action cards and you may add 1 to your hand. Carry on.
Was it Gav's go?
Here's my card, yeah.
If you let me.
Gav.
Right, I'm going to move to there.
Clash.
Clash. I can't remove Julie because she's just going to go in sanctuary, isn't she? She's going to have to be you, Matthew.
No, it's in turn order. Oh, so Julie, you want to go in the sanctuary? Right, okay. So I can either remove one or play a season card, and I'll do that. So I'm going to attack you, Gav. So you've either got to remove one or play a season card with a tree icon on it.
With a what?
With a tree icon on
Yep,
it.
it's the icon.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'll attack you because you're not going to call a truce, are you?
I'll attack you, so
Oh, hang on. After one of your moves removes one or more of your opposing clans, triage, I get one deed.
okay.
So I get a deed.
Are you at 5 now then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
Oh right,
deeds are
yeah.
up.
Sorry, yeah. I thought we were talking about men.
You're an enemy now.
So yeah, I'm going to attack you, Gav.
Okay. Well, I haven't got any green cards, so.
Have you got any cards with boobies on them?
Eyes.
Trees.
Yes.
So discard it if you want to stay in the battle. Oh, it's action cards, isn't it? So yeah, sorry, green cards. So,
Green cards only. I haven't got any green cards.
yeah. So do you want to stay in? You can withdraw.
I'll withdraw. Oh, I can't because of that.
No, you can't move it. You can't move out. No, so you've got to go. You've got to just get destroyed. Okey-doke. That's my go.
No.
I'll go.
Clockwise.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, go for ages.
I'm going to play this just in case. In a territory, both where you are present and that have one or more sanctuaries, place one of your clans and the festival token there. A player who initiates a class in that territory moves one of his clans from there. At the end of the season, remove the festival token.
Where do you want to go?
Do I put a clan in there?
Yeah. Should I attack Julie?
Hmm?
Should I attack Julie?
No, I couldn't. She went in the century. Yeah, of course I would have, but.
I mean,
I'm going to swap this for an epic tale card.
what's that? Discard one of that. Yeah. What's that say?
It just says choose one to keep and discard the rest, but I'm only choosing one.
Discard one to draw that. Oh. So just swaps these.
So if I choose more than one, I've got to
Yeah.
discard.
Right. Okay. Place two clans into a move in territory while you are present. Both clans can be placed either into the territory or a different territory. Right, so we'll do that. I'll initiate a clash with Julie.
I'm going with thingy.
Huh?
I'm going there.
Okay.
You have to let me move into it, Matthew. And call a truce. Well, not now, but next go. You let me move in there, call a truce, get me in the sanctuary and get rid of Julie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna withdraw and then end
Can
the
you
clash.
do that with,
Yeah.
with that token there?
Oh no, I can't move out, can I? No. Oh, okay.
She comes out, doesn't she?
Why not? On mine. When you perform an attack maneuver, the attack player must both remove one exposed clan and discard one action card.
What did you do that for?
Because you've been destroyed.
I was going to get rid of this.
What?
So remove an action card or
And.
both.
Mummies go. Making a bad cheek.
Yeah, it's a mistake, man. But it still would have only been temporary. wouldn't it?
I don't know.
It's too late now.
Yeah. We got up your sleeve.
Well, I haven't really.
Your armies. Get it?
Mm,
Get it?
Yeah.
Chips.
So the only option I've got is to move that doodah card. Macca's Curse. So
Yeah, but I'm not sure if you can play that when if it's been played already. What does it say?
well, it just says place the Macca's Curse token in a territory of your choice, which is what you've done.
So you can move it there then.
Clans cannot move out of the territory that contains the token. Oh, at the end of the season, remove the token.
Yeah, but you can still play it, can't you? Depends if Julie's got any more move.
Where did it say about passing it to somebody else then?
Oh, I had another card.
Oh, right.
Because it was
Oh.
to get what? It was to get a trinket.
Oh, so if I played this, that's done with. There's nothing on here about. Oh, I
and
see.
it stays in place till the end.
End. Right, so I can't use that either.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can play that, yeah.
But then at the end of this round.
At the end of this
at
round,
the
it will be
end,
removed.
Yeah.
Right, and then this
Whenever
card's...
one
It
passes.
depends if Julie's got any move token, bring
You
action
haven't got any
card.
cards left, have you?
She's got two.
One, that's discard one, didn't
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So she might still have an action,
action
one. Or you
one.
might keep it till the next round.
Yeah.
Might
I
be,
like
might be better to keep it till the next round.
What, this one?
Maybe. Because it's not going to last very long, is it?
No. No, I can't move. These are both, what do you call it, cards? Reaction cards.
Can you play the Banshee in the round that you've got it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem calm. But we're just saying the round's nearly ended, so it might be better off just waiting until the next round.
Yeah.
Because I made a boo-boo on it, but you could actually make a
I'm going
difference.
to put it in a region where Julie's going to move her
Yeah, these
players
are
into.
two, what do you call it, cards? So I can't use those to initiate anything. Hmm?
Banshee in there.
Yeah,
What are you
so
doing?
I
Cards?
haven't got any season cards. I've only got reaction cards.
Well, go
It's a
there.
pass then. Everyone's passing.
Yeah, I can't go.
No, I'm going to pass.
Mine is, oh,
I haven't passed you.
these should
Not.
these are given out at the beginning of the next round, aren't
Yeah,
they? Right, okay.
I'll do that season. On that card. During their turn as their season option, a player may discard one action card to move up to 3 of their clans from one territory to an adjacent. Does that mean to any territory?
What season
Yeah.
card?
So I can move one from here and one from there.
I don't know. What's it saying?
Discard one action card to move up to three of the clan from one territory to one
Right.
adjacent territory. Yes, you
Yeah.
can move 3 of them.
You can't move from 2 territories.
No, like move that one from there, that one from there.
No.
Can't
From
do
one
that.
to another.
What are we doing here? Is this the end of the season thing, is it? Or
Yeah.
so
So Julie needs just one more territory.
Which is a good thing you
Oh, I can move up
You
to
had your
3,
assault
can I?
line.
I can move up. It's
Iron
move up to
line, so-
3 of
Hmm.
their clans from one territory to one
another.
adjacent.
You've done that.
Oh, right, okay.
oh, during their turn
Forgot all about that.
season. So we're going round again then. We all get to
Well, we
do
haven't
something
ended
like
yet, so
that.
you can still do it, Matthew.
I
Yeah.
can't move out though, can I?
Oh.
Could have done it. Have you got any action cards?
Yes, but they're what do you call them? Cards.
But
Physical.
Margaret could do it now.
She's got no season cards.
Yes, but she's got
She's a Banshee.
she's got the Banshee, so she could move that, so you could move out to stop Julie winning.
Hmm.
I said that just now.
Yeah, but it's changed
Oh,
slightly
right.
now because Matthew can move 3 of his
It's
doodads.
probably best to play the Banshee into here, isn't it?
But are you going to
But then-
move? But there's no point doing it unless you move 3 of your men
I can do that, yeah.
because you haven't done it yet, have you?
Right.
So shall I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're trying to stop Julie from winning.
And that's got to go in the pile now. We can't use it. It
Yeah,
was on
gets discarded.
Gavin's card that it said you can pass it on. You can't pass this one on
Right.
now.
So you're going to move it there?
Right.
Oh no, hang on, but that. Oh, now you've got to move your men.
So that's
You can still put that there, even though I've got the festival card in there.
Yeah, what does the festival card do? Oh, it's for fights, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's my go now. So as my season option, I'll play that and then move 3 into an adjacent territory. And it doesn't instigate a clash, does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter though, does it? Because she's still got
No, he's only got
a presence in 6.
no 1, 5.
Yeah, but all she's got to do is move into 1 more.
Yeah, but the next go you can
Yeah,
these are action cards, aren't they?
yeah, green ones. Aren't
you can
they?
move Matthew. You can move these
So I
now
could
and
use.
have a fight. Yeah?
It says,
And you'll
doesn't
kick
it?
her out because there's no sanctuary there.
You could discard one to move 3 of your clans from one territory to another. So does it matter if it's not a season or anything? If it's
Yeah, as long as it's got the booby sign on it.
that's a Triskel.
Action cards are green.
Yeah, which is what that is, but it's a Triskel.
Yeah,
But it's still an action card.
So you can use that to move.
it's got the booby
with this-
symbol on it.
No, it hasn't.
No. It says discard 1 action card. Action cards are the green cards.
Doesn't say
Full
anything
stop.
about
Says-
Triskel or season.
Oh.
It says during their turn as the
Season
seasons.
option. Oh right, so
Yeah,
it has
'cause
to
it's
be
the
green.
summer.
That's the
It's the
green.
summer,
yeah,
isn't
an
It
action
has to be
card.
green then.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still in
so I
summer.
can move whatever I want.
Have you got a green card?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine then.
yeah, it's all right. It's not my
Yeah.
turn, is it?
Mm.
So.
But it's now.
Mm.
Oh, was it? Good grief. Where does that go? Okay, so I can discard 1, move 3 to 1 territory,
Mm.
from 1 territory to an adjacent territory. Move up to 3.
You'll have 2 sanctuaries in there.
There's no point.
Huh?
There's not much point having 2 in one.
Unless
is
you
there?
want
I've
to
got
gobble up
enough
that
really, have
victory
I?
point thing. I saw a video about this and they said, oh yeah, played in this, we played it 4 times and none of the games took more than 30 minutes.
What?
Hey?
How bonkers. Well, the only
What's that in
place. Oh, I think I'll stay where I am. I don't think I'll bother.
What? You're not going to do
Use
it?
that one.
Unless you really know the game and the cards and I cut some time out, but I can't
Right,
see.
she'll go. Julie, you going to pass?
Mm.
No,
Pass?
it's your go, Matthew. It's clockwise. Margaret's just had a go now. It's your go. You can't go anyway.
No.
I'm passing. I can't move. Judy can't go.
Pass.
Margaret.
Pass.
Right, green cards back, please.
Right, let's get rid of that.
Time?
10 to 10.
9, nearly 10 o'clock.
So these get turned over, don't
Can we make this
they?
last round?
Yeah.
It's too late.
Right, so we're on autumn again.
Don't use that one either.
Any number of epic tale cards. Epic tale card to discard. Each player may place a clan in a territory where they are chieftain. Then the player discards epic tale cards down to 3. Okay?
Who's shifting your mum still?
No, where you are chieftain. She's the brand. Right, so
Who's
the chief.
Most
If you're the
territories.
majority in each territory,
What if
So
it's a tie?
then there's no chieftain. So the chieftain of the capital becomes the Bren, which is not me. Check to see if any players won the game. No. No?
No.
You've got
Fine.
more than 6 players under you. No. Each player takes the advantage cards matching the territory where they are the chieftain. That comes off. So has that not changed at all? So Julie, you get the swamp and the meadows, and I get the forest.
And I get the salt one. Oh no, it's
It's a tie, so the salt one goes back. Where's the
the
salt
salt
one?
one's still there. But the Highlands, I get the Highlands, don't I?
Yeah.
That's a boring card, isn't it?
Boring.
Mm.
Nothing else changed? No. Toss the flock of crows, please.
You do it.
same
Clockwise.
clockwise.
Place one, place down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a
1,
silly one, that
2,
is. Stupid colour.
4. Right, so each player may, at the end of this phase, once you've done all the drafting, then you may discard any number of epic tale cards. For each epic tale card you discard, each player may place a clan in a territory where they are chieftain. Then you may discard. Then you must discard epic tale cards down to 3 or less. I haven't got any, so
I think I've used this one, so should I have handed that in?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I haven't used this one though.
Right.
It's just one. Is that card? Oh.
Moment of truth.
That's got a smile on his face.
Who knows? Right, so you can discard any number of epic tale cards. For each epic tale card you discard, you may place a clan in a territory where you are chieftain.
So again, so I was reading the card. What's
You
that?
can discard as many epic tale cards as you like. And for each epic tale card you discard, you can place a card in a territory where you are chieftain. But then you've got to discard down to 3 epic tale cards.
Mm. I'll get rid of that one.
Where do I put it? Chief in this one and this one.
Can I put it in that one?
No, you're not chieftain there.
Oh, right. Mm. Try that one.
Judy's the devil.
I'll get rid of that one.
Should we go for an assault on Judy?
I'll put it in there then.
Yeah?
I've done it.
Gonna, oh. Okay, so she'll go.
Oh, right.
Everyone's going like, I want to win, but
Or I do all my cards
I want to
at the
win,
same
but it's
time.
just like,
Well, this is the last go, isn't it? So
yeah, it's just the gears that need some oil.
Oh, I'll do this one then. In each territory where you are present, place one clan for each citadel in that territory.
it's fights, isn't it?
Yep. So you decide where you want to have a scrap. You've got to have a scrap there. You can have a scrap there or a scrap there if you want.
Mm.
What do you want to do? We'll have a scrap here.
So I could
Get
play
hot in
this
here.
because this is
Pick
a
up all your
this is
plans.
a Triskel card.
Mm.
So I could play this instead, can't I?
Mm. No, it's after a manoeuvre in
Well,
battle.
I've just done that manoeuvre.
It's not manoeuvre.
Oh,
Manoeuvres are in combat.
is it?
Mm.
Oh, not your go. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. Oh.
Do you want to have a scrap?
Yeah, right.
'Cause if you have a scrap, then you can do a manoeuvre.
Right, okay.
Right. So
Scrap.
here or here.
Here.
Right. So Julie, do you want to fight or not?
I'm just going to go in there.
Right. So do you want to call a truce or not?
No.
Right. So Julie's got to discard a green card or get rid of a thing. So
Eve, one or Eve all.
yeah. So you've just done your manoeuvre, so you can play that Triskel card if you want.
Do you want to wait for Julie to do
Well,
her
you've
bit
done
first?
your manoeuvre.
Well, let's let her do hers first then, and I'll do my manoeuvre. Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take that one off. Is that right? Just move that one off.
Triskel.
After one of your manoeuvres, remove one or more opposing clans and gain one deed.
Your deed.
And that goes, doesn't it?
Oh,
No.
go off that city.
No, you can't. It's protected.
Oh, I thought it said one or more opposing
No, because I
clans.
took mine off.
Doesn't say exposed. It says opposing.
It's protected.
Hmm. It says opposing, not
Yeah,
exposed.
but if you're in the citadel, you can't be touched.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
If I
not
left that
clear,
one,
is it?
if I left that one in there,
Mm.
it's taken me off. But I took it off.
Yeah, if you're in the citadel, you can't get
All right.
touched at all.
They should say exposed, shouldn't they?
Yeah,
rather
it
than
should do really.
opposing.
Yeah.
It's another
What's the card?
You better look, 'cause it's quite important.
Was it an epic tale card?
No, it's not.
that one. Yeah,
It's the second part.
The Triskel one. After the manoeuvre.
After one of your manoeuvres removes. See, that's really bad English.
Mm.
After one of your manoeuvres removes one of your one or more opposing clans.
Doesn't
One
say.
or more.
Hmm.
After one of your manoeuvres removes one or more opposing clans, gain one deed. So you don't remove an opposing clan. If you remove an opposing clan, you gain a deed, which you've done.
Mm.
So it's not. Yeah, it's bad
Okay.
English.
Right. Okay.
Right. So that's done. Okay. So it's my go.
Yeah, the translation isn't very clear
Yeah.
at all, is that?
Um,
Hmm.
Choose one territory. You may move any number of your clans from territories adjacent to this territory into it. Choose one territory. Scrap.
Green card. Or
Discard
remove.
a card or remove your personage.
You can
Just
move
move
forward.
them off.
Scrap over. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I keep forgetting about it.
Ooh.
Iron mine.
Right, place two clans in any territory where you are present. Both clans can be placed either in the same territory or different territory.
problem, isn't it? Once you start to get a presence in the game, it's like
Place one sanctuary in a territory where you are present. Draw one epic tale card. And it
Which one?
says here,
mm,
when you draw an epic tale card, draw one more epic tale card. Choose one to keep and discard the rest.
where do you want a sanctuary?
What does the sanctuary do?
It's victory conditions. If you occupy a 6 or more sanctuaries, then you win the game. So what was that?
Another one. There, meadows.
Oh,
What, choose one.
Yep.
And discard one.
I think this table's more comfortable to play at.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
It's
a
just
nice
the right, just
height.
the right height, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can actually put your arms on it and not disturb the game, which is
Did
nice.
fine with that pool table. You're sort of up here, but
Oh, it's
also
really
the
uncomfortable.
table's down here.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
When we play 5-player games, we're gonna have to, somebody's going to have to be up that end.
Mm.
You're not going to fit them all in, are
Well,
you?
you can't unless you have a Viking hall with a
Yeah.
long table.
The trouble with the bigger table is that you couldn't see over here, could you?
No, I couldn't.
You can now, can't you?
Much better. I think also this colour
Mm.
is quite nice too. Yeah, and the lighting's a bit more subdued. But I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was something like that, I'd have to ask somebody to so I could see.
Are we
But
doing these?
it's a lot easier.
No, not doing
Oh,
those.
No.
oh, so there's no point me choosing from that card then. It's a harbour card.
It's nice having a little bit of a recess.
Yes, and I think because of that, you can see it better. It's not, is that? And yeah, much better. It's much more comfortable.
When we play D&D again, I've got a projector. I'm going to project the map on the wall. So
right.
when you, rather than have a map on the table, I'll just when you move into a new area, I'll just
That'd be a
reveal.
good idea.
That's a
Yeah.
pretender token.
Yes,
What's a pretender token?
the purple
How'd
thing.
you get that?
Well, if you fulfil the victory condition, you will take one.
When you plan it, because you said once a month, didn't
Well, I
you?
don't mind whenever anyone's available for a
Mm.
longer session. I mean, I don't mind if it's 6 to 11 or whatever.
Just get a little diary out,
Or whenever. I mean,
pencil it in.
I don't know when Gav's available next for a bit of a longer one.
We're away at the end of September.
I think we're on strike for 2 weeks in the end of
Oh.
September, so
Are you?
yeah.
Oh, right.
So you have to tell me in advance because I need to obviously
Yeah,
prepare
we're going on the 28th.
What's
Yeah.
that?
D&D,
Alright.
the next bit of that.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that online. Beyond true.
I'm saying it's probably the best time to do it.
Did you go, Julie?
Yeah, I was just choosing my
Was it my
cards.
go? All right. The Bren chooses a location adjacent to 2 territories. Draw a new territory to place there. Then if the territory allows, place 1 clan there. Otherwise place 1 clan in the capital. So I put a new territory down.
That goes away. This one?
Is that an island?
Yeah.
So I'll have to check that.
Is it this one?
No, the other one. Islands are, ooh, this looks like
Is that an island?
Stone Circle.
Stonehenge.
This territory enters play with 1 sanctuary. Ooh.
Chuck it
Yeah,
in there. Just move it.
sanctuary on it.
Here.
And I can, what did it say? I can place,
Place 1 clan there, otherwise place 1 clan in the capital.
Yeah, you've got one there. So actually, Margaret,
1, 2.
4.
Right.
what's this Stone
See,
Circle one
see-
then? The card, just out of interest.
It's actually a draw at the moment.
After you play an epic tale card, you may remove 1 clan from the stone circle. Right.
It's actually a 4-way tie at the moment. 3-way tie.
initiate clash in a territory you are present with you as the instigator.
So,
You've either got to withdraw or
Play green card.
well, play a green card, discard a green card, or remove a bloke.
what's that? So something about clashing.
Yeah, but it says when you perform an attack manoeuvre, the attack player must both remove one exposed clan and discard one action card.
Both or what?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
So I've got to
mega.
move that
Got to get rid of it. Yeah.
or an action card.
Green. That's the end of the what now?
What season are we in now? Autumn.
Autumn, yeah. There's no
Move one of your clans to an adjacent territory. This does not initiate an attack.
Oh, no doodahs with that one, is there? Okay.
Julie?
In a territory both where you are present and that has one or more sanctuaries, place one of your clans and festival token.
so when somebody goes in
Do I
there.
have to put a thingy in there? Place one of your clans and a festival token in there.
So if somebody goes in there, doesn't it mean that they have to remove one of their clans? Okay. I mean,
Place one citadel in a territory where you are present. If that territory's advantage card has not been played, add it to your hand.
okay.
So that'll be that one. And I'll take that.
Where?
Stone circle.
What's the thing? You got to place a citadel in there.
Yeah. And then I take the
Yep.
stone circle.
Okay. Look at the discarded action cards and add one to your hand. There we go.
Place one clan.
Can I use that card? It says during a clash as a manoeuvre.
During a clash. When you have a
there's
fight.
You have to wait till there's a fight to use it.
So when that came to me there, I couldn't have used it then.
Is it a Triskel card?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
You
have
could have
done.
done.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Hmm?
That's what I said to you. Can I use that card?
Well, what does
Said
it
no.
actually say?
What?
Move one or more of your clans, either exposed or protected from the clashing territory, to one adjacent territory. This does not initiate
So,
clash.
it's anything.
Just one territory. Move one or more of your clans from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent territories.
Scrap?
No.
Scrap?
I don't want to fight, no. No, you pick first, don't you?
No, it goes.
Clockwise.
She's going to go into the sanctuary, into the citadel.
if you attack me, I fill up the citadel.
Okay, I'm going to play this as a Triskel. It says when an opponent plays an action card, ignore the effect on the action card just played and discard it. Is it that one? How many was it? How many people?
Just
Two.
two.
Whose go is it?
Kevin's.
Well, I don't want to fight. Do you want to fight me?
No, you can't do that because that's
Oh.
been.
It was Julie's
Another fight.
turn, wasn't it?
Yes, it's your go.
Well, I'll pass because I can't use any of these.
I'm going to place 2 clans in any territories where you are present.
Remember, this is the last go one.
Can't we do one more round?
No, it's too late. It'd be really late otherwise. Okay, we'll leave them there.
Scrap.
Scrap.
Okay.
During a clash, after you have performed an attack manoeuvre, take 1 random action card from the attacking player's hand. If the attacking player has no action cards, remove 1 of his exposed clans instead. That is a trinket. So can I use that?
Triskel.
Triskel.
Yep.
Well, it gives me a chance to win, well, it doesn't it? Gives me first place, but I'm going to lose it.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass. So it's 4 territories, I think. Oh no, Matthew's got 3, Julie's got 3, so it's between me and Margaret. How many have you got, Margaret? 4. I've got 4. But who wins? That means
Who's the Bren?
so Margaret will win.
Yeah, but
Unless
isn't it a case of who's the chief in the thing, rather than how
the
many?
true conditions are.
Isn't it who's the chief in each territory?
The true conditions are chieftain over 6 or more opposing clans.
No.
You've got 1, 2. No, that's not. Present in territories with 6 or more sanctuaries.
Well, we haven't got 6
got
on this.
1, 2, 3. You've got 1, 2.
4.
Oh, 4. Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Or present in 6 or more territories.
Got 4 each.
So Gavin wins because you've got more victory conditions.
We didn't finish the game properly. but-
No, but because it's equal,
Yeah.
because you've got the 4 territories each. Yeah. So you're the chieftain in 1, 2, 3, 4. Gavin's chieftain in 1, 2, 2.
No, 2, 3. Oh,
No sanctuaries, isn't
these are sanctuaries. So
These
that,
are
So you're chieftain in 1,
yeah.
2. Right?
And Margaret's got
1,
2,
2, 3,
3.
4.
4. So
Mm.
Margaret.
Yeah. So because you've got your chieftain in 1, 2, and you're present in 1, 2, 3,
4.
4, and you're present in 1, 2.
Surely these would be worth more than a sanctuary, wouldn't they?
No. So you're present in sanctuary. You're present in 2 territories that got sanctuaries, right?
Yeah.
So Gavin's present in sanctuaries with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? But because you're present in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 territories, and you're present in 1, 2, 3, 4 territories, it's a tie. So you win because you're the Bren.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Okay.
But we didn't finish it properly, did we?
No, but it's still
It's a bit
iffy.
bitty, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's very iffy,
The
bitty.
trouble is, it's the cards have got so much text that you can't. It's just clarification upon clarification, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If this game's meant to last half an hour, then I'll eat my shorts. Yeah.
I would have thought Citadel would have been more.
One more round.
More
Then-
often.
Yeah.